Hello, I'm Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram. This is fucking talking shit with Eagle, episode 478, the wormhole. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. Hopefully you guys are ready. A couple of you guys are ready to hang out and have some fun anyway. Get the chat pop up out. Wow. There's always shit. Two popped out. We in Stony Creek. What is up? How you guys doing? Ryan Childers in place. Johnny Tennessee. How you doing? SoCal. Cheers. What is up? What is up? Assini. Blaze Daily. Cheers, cheers, cheers. You kick this fucking thing. It's driving me nuts. There we go. Air pump not fucking vibrating. There we go. I'm doing well. Home Alone day 3. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Little Mendo dope. It's all with it in the background. Of course, the Irrigation hat on the note. Roll Frazier. Justin Smith, how you doing? Roll me up a doobie. A little bit of the Colombian number 5. Naughty Nicky, cheers to you. All right, Johnny, I'll be here. I will be here. What are you guys smoking on? How was your weekend? Telling me about the streets and I learn and I soak it up and use it. So what I'm doing, never it's been a while, man. I haven't been by myself. Jeez, I can't tell you how long. 20 some years, I think. Been since I've had this kind of time. It's nice. Kind of nice. It's been clearer than it's been in a year. I don't know how you managed to sneak in there, but yeah. How did it manage to stay? How did it manage to stay live? I have no fucking idea. I could not read chat at all. At all. What a start to the night. I don't know how you managed to sneak in there, but there's me. It said Johnny Candace in the background. Is fucking Johnny on here? Ah. That is fucking hilarious. That is hilarious.
What's up, man?
What up? What up,
Hey.
Johnny? So
I didn't
that
want
was
to
the
hear-
fucking funniest thing I've seen, man. So
What's
basically, well, you saved it. You being in the background saved the live.
No shit.
Yeah, because it kicked me off, and I'm sitting here thinking, fucking, there goes the stream. It's down, right? And I'm sitting here,
Right.
my computer's, this fucking internet's been working all day, by the way. And it didn't work last night until like 6 o'clock in the morning, and it fucking started working again. Just fine. Worked all day. Now it's fucking up. Anyways, so I'm on the computer and I'm doing my thing, and I noticed that fucking it's acting a little weird and it fucking disappears on me. And I'm thinking, well, there goes that episode. And then I figured I'm gonna have to fire up a whole new stream. And then I like turn it on my other phone here, and I turn on the YouTube, and it says I'm still live. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I click
That's because
on it.
everybody stayed in chat.
No, I clicked on it, and it said Johnny Candace. So you were in the meeting, but you weren't left in. So it let you pretty much, you were
Hold it
holding it
down?
down, even in the waiting room.
That's cool. That's cool.
See, it's funny because right when Eagle froze, I'm like, oh shit, somebody needs to jump in and co-host. So
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it like popped up. All it said was Johnny Candace, and I'm like, oh okay, Johnny's jumping in and co-host, and then Johnny froze. I was like, oh fuck. So then I go to jump in to try to save the day, and you guys are going. So anyway, how's everybody doing?
Nice. Good, good.
Good. I'm glad you're here. Save
I'm
the
glad to
day
be here.
either way.
Yeah, you know, do what I can.
All right, so I'm not fucking around tonight. You'll see me flipping back and forth between the computer and the phone, but I'm just gonna leave the phone up tonight for fucking shits and giggles, so I don't just disappear altogether. Saying the computer's back up and running. This is stupid, but you see me bouncing back and forth from box to box. It's just because the computer's up and running, and then when I disappear, I'm back to the phone. So. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Yeah, it's got to be.
I see.
Yeah,
Definitely. I see Honcho snuck in too. What's up, Honcho? You here?
Hey,
Hey,
what's
how's
up,
it
man?
going, everyone? My bad. I'm just cleaning up a few things real quick, but I'm here and listening to you guys. How's everyone doing?
Better now that you're on the show.
That's right. Good to hear from you, SoCal. Good to see you, Johnny and Eagle, as always.
Hey, Honcho,
Mac.
now that you're here, Honcho, I wanted to tell you, brother, I got a rear tire for that 450 you bought if you want it. It's halfway through, but it's still good for a quick, if you need it.
Right on. I'll let you know. I'm actually on street tires right now. They're not like the stock tires on the bike. Like I purposely went with street tires, but I do also need a set of off-road tires too. So, I mean, shoot, can't pass that up, I guess.
Yeah, I got one. It's I don't know what size rear tire you got, but it's I got an 18 if you need it. It's about probably 60% life. It's got a few races on it, but if you need it, man, let me know.
Right on. How you doing? How's your injury healing up, man?
Yeah, we were talking about this the other night. I kind of set myself back a little bit. The physical therapy wants me to take it a little easier. Kind of lost a little range of motion, so gotta take a step back.
Damn, that's no good. But hopefully heal up fine. And in the end, it'll be all good. You'll get your full range of mobility back, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. So we'll see how it goes.
Yep, just gotta take her easy, man.
Yeah, I just got a little over enthusiastic, you know, no big deal.
Right on. Goes that way sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're in a dangerous sport, man. We know it's coming.
Dude, believe it or not, I didn't really want to admit this, but I crashed my bike, I think the day after or 2 days after I just got this new bike. I already looped it doing a wheelie with my dumb ass. But, you know, like, I don't know, no pain, no gain. And you never fall the same way twice.
Very true. Very true. Eagle, I'm digging the fedora, man. That's a badass little hat there going on.
Thanks, man. I dig it myself. That's Smoking Grove. Fraser sent this to me. Well, he didn't send it. When I dropped him off the puppies that day in Clio, it was in the box he gave. So
Nice.
greatly appreciate it. Along with the arrowhead too.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I
Nice.
love this arrowhead. Seems badass.
Did you get any of those clones passed out during
24
the
hours a
event?
day, on the top of my head.
What's that? I guess the internet's working on that thing. What were you saying, Anto?
Oh no, I was saying if you got any of those clones passed out at the event. I thought you were saying you're gonna bring some clones out there and get some clones away. I think of the board 13 maybe.
Yeah, I didn't. I only had one ready. Actually, I thought I had a bunch of them laying around, and I got counting. I had the one, and I tried to take some cuts off it real quick the week before, but they weren't rooted by the time that I went down. Shit, it was bad enough anyway. Between in some of these events, I wonder when they're gonna say something, because like that in particular event, I fucking went in with literally a backpack and a bag of t-shirts, and then fucking did my thing with them, and then went back to the truck and then got a backpack full of cannabis. So I think at one point when I went and made the third trip for the backpack full of clones, I think somebody at some point would have went, "Hey man, you should get a booth."
Yeah, they're like, what's this guy doing coming back and forth with this backpack? He comes in with a backpack full and leaves with an empty backpack and keeps coming back and forth. What's going on?
Dude, I did that exact opposite though at the High Times Cup. I went in with an empty backpack and came out 5 different times with a full backpack. 5 trips to the car to unload all the shit we were collected at the cup. It was pretty cool.
Wow. Cool stuff.
And I got my ticket from a scalper in the parking lot, so I got in for half price. That was kind of a nice day.
Sounded like a real good day. Blaze Daily in chat. I'm fucking think it's funny. He's given us a 2-minute warning and a 62-minute warning.
Oh shit. That is awesome. I love that. That's fantastic, Blaze Daily. Awesome stuff. Got the next hour covered too. So I'm smoking on some of the bite seed that I grew from Random Family Farms. It's got a really nice flavor to it. It's nice and sticky. It's kind of got a mango nade. It's got like a lemonade mango flavor, or limonade mango.
What's the first strain you said you were smoking on, Johnny? My bad.
bite seed?
Can you say that one more time? I'm not getting that.
Bite seed.
Okay, I got you.
White seed.
That's the first time I've ever heard of that one before.
It's a new strain.
I know it's a funny name, but it just every
There's a-
time
there-
you've said it, man, I think it automatically implies that it would probably taste or smell like ass. Just say, good name, but horrible, instant, taste profile when you think about it. Like, oh man, what?
Yeah, it's good. It's got a nice mango flavor to it. It's like the ripe end of the mango smell to it, and so it's really sweet smell as well as it's got it's almost like that lemonade smell. You know what I'm saying? Like the margarita smell, kind of. So
Sounds appealing.
yeah, it's kind of like a mango margarita. That's what I'm getting out of it, and it hits really nice too.
It's always nice to get some new flavors in the garden.
Yeah.
Where's those crickets when you need them?
It's 20.
Oh, it is 222. I had the dab song already and everything. I'm not dabbing, but cheers, everybody. Trying to get my chat brought back up on the computer so I can fucking talk. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Quiet last. Boys over there in the Cheap Homegrown show fucking put down a good episode today. You guys didn't catch it. Pretty good one.
Yeah, I didn't get to sleep last night. I ended up passing out throughout the whole day.
See Twisted Roots in chat. I almost sent him a link yesterday. I watched the thing on Gaia about Sophia. Me and him talked about her on one episode about her being the goddess of frequency. And we were talking about it on Gaia the other day. I was going to send him the link. It's on Ripper Watch. I knew you'd be back, hey, Ripper Watch, Twisted. I knew you'd be back on Ripper Watch. Cheers, brother. I'm smoking some of that Middle Loco from yesterday. Still very tasty.
Dude, I'm begging Lemon Hoko for some of his hog stuff he's got right now. He said he can hook me up. I just gotta DM him, but I haven't got around to DMing him yet. So, but I'm sure he'll be able to help me out with something.
I'd like to get Lemon Hoko back on. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
He was the one that sent over the 2 dog seeds from last week. It was like, man, you need to talk to this guy. Thanks again, Lemon. Thank you, 2 dogs. Always appreciate it.
This is our drum roll.
I actually miss the dad song. We need to bring it back more. And you guys are awful quiet for a Sunday night. It's been a long weekend or what?
The dab song's gone, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
it was kind of loud.
Was it loud?
I feel
Yeah, I couldn't hear like hardly a word you were saying. I just heard you say lemon hoko. That's the one time I chimed in, but I didn't really hear much of what you were saying.
Wow.
It was just a
'cause
little loud.
It's weird. I got the earpiece on, so it doesn't. Seems like it would have picked up my voice before it would have picked up the music. But
Yeah, see, I don't have any
I always-
earbuds or nothing. I'm just using my phone. I do have some AirPods right here that I was trying to figure out, but they like said power off on me. So I was like, all right, go ahead and power off then.
Yeah.
now I always feel bad talking when the dab song's on. I feel like it's kind of a spiritual thing when that's going. Kind of like talking over the preacher in church, you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
Hey, since I'm out here, Honcho, this is the tire I got if you need one, brother. I'll pull this out so you can kind of see it, but I don't know how good you can see it on camera, but that's what I got for you if you need it. It's about 50%. This one over here is the same tire. That's brand new. That's got like probably 40 miles on that tire. So you can see it's still decent if you want it, brother.
Right on, man. Yeah, I'll hit you up. You say it's an 18-inch, right?
Yeah, it's an 18, but it's wide. It's a 5'10.
Yeah,
So
I think that should work. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice. It definitely gives us some really good hookup out in the dirt.
That's not the one you crashed on, right?
No, no. Well, no, that's the one that's still on the bike is the one I crashed on.
Man, I'm just giving you a hard time, man.
Yeah, no, and then yeah, it's a good tire if you need it. I got it for I just keep all my old tires, you know, and I take them to the races with me just as in case shit happens. So I mean, I got a front tire here that's never even been mounted. Still got the plastic on it. So, you know. But yeah, if you need it, brother, just let me know.
Right on, man. Yeah, I'll hit you up for it, but I'll just wait for you to heal up, man. Then we can go ride together, and I'll grab it from you then. We can smoke something, ride, and
Amen. Hey, if you're interested,
That's right.
brother, I'm going down on the 26th to the races. If you're interested in checking those out, we can hit, you know, link up down there too.
which races you going to?
It's called the Rattlesnake Chase. Every race they do, they like name it something different. But it's a little desert race down here at Superstition.
Down where at?
This one's at Superstition.
Okay,
So
I don't
it's a
think I know
short-
where that's at.
You know where Plaster City's at?
Not really.
Okay. Ocotillo Wells.
Yeah, I know where Ocotillo's at.
Okay, it's the south side of Ocotillo Wells.
Okay, I got you.
If you're looking straight south out of Ocotillo Wells, you see that mountain. That's Superstition. We're on the south
Okay.
side of it. So
I see.
This mountain. They had movies about that mountain.
that's the Arizona one.
Oh, that's the Arizona one? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's funny because the Superstition Mountains in Arizona are like big, nice, you know, awesome place to go.
Uh-huh.
And the Superstition Mountain in California is a little fucking bump in the desert. It's kind of cool. You get a view of the Salton Sea and all that kind of shit from it. So cool little spot.
Okay. Oh, shoot. You get a view of the Salton Sea, you could probably drop down and check out Mr. Greenfingers. Because he's right there off the Salton Sea.
Yeah, he's about probably an hour and a half drive from where I'm going to be at.
Is that right?
About a 2-hour drive from. Yeah, if I drove, I could drive to his place from my house in about 2 hours.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
every time I bring up the Zoom on the other computer, that fucker goes down.
Is that right?
That's got to be something with that update you did.
It's gotta be.
How's the DOA strain coming along, Eagle? And what else you got going on in the garden? Anything new and exciting?
Well, I know I'm ready anyway. I believe I picked out which one I would pollinate, which would be probably the 5 or the 6. Both of them are good. So I'm just kind of waiting to get the stud from Smiley or pass in mine, vice versa, whatever we're going to do there. Kind of move forward on that. As far as what's new in the garden, there's tons of new shit in the garden. It's I got let's see here, stuff from Mr. Spliff. I got his crocodile going. I got stuff from Empire Breeding Co. I've got his Milkman and his power pellets going. I've got stuff from Med Grower 1. He just sent me a bunch of his testers. One, the Mac 1 times Primal, the Silverback Gelato times Primal. I believe that's what it is. And then Primal Punch Film and a couple other new things over there that I forget to recall right over the top of my head. But I don't know. I guess I can give you a quick look around if you guys want.
Yeah, let's take a look. That's pretty awesome, man. I seen the little care package that Med Grower 1 sent you on Instagram, I think it was. But then also, so you got a male version of the DOA, right? So which one were you running again? Smiley's running the Jack Skellington, and you're doing the
Colombian.
Colombian. There you go. So you got a male and a female picked out for that?
Well, I've got 2 Colombian males that I was pretty happy with. I kept both of them because I wasn't sure exactly which way we were going to go with that. If I was going to put up the male or if he was going to put up the male. So I kept both just in case, see which way we were going to go with that.
I think it should kind of bounce both ways.
I think so too.
I think that would be the most beneficial for the whole thing of it, you know?
Yeah, I also got this Xmas here. Let's see. Good switch. So good. Is it all okay? There it is. That big old that's an Xmas male over there. So that's what you guys don't normally see right there. It's the bed side of things. So all these little girls there, which are a little variety of Tillumbio and some Dilly Bean back there. Also some 413s back there. Up over on top, there's a whole shitload of Tilumbiums. We got some babies over there, some clones, babies, which you guys don't normally see. I can hear you guys.
Yeah, we weren't saying anything. We were just listening.
Well, I'm echoing because it's listening through this side.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
what
here-
made you pick the keepers for the Colombian, both the male and female? What made them stick out to you for the ones that you kept around?
Well, for the females, I picked the one that I had the most piney scent from, which seemed to be the number 5. I like the structure, the bud structure as well. Number 6 was the Misfit, and she's all around very pungent. She has a nice woody, kind of berry pine, nice mix there, earthy pine berry type flavor that I do also like. But in the males there was both of them were pine leaners. You could smell a nice pine scent from the stem route. Both had good structure. There was 3. I tossed 1, kept the other 2, and wasn't so worried about that. I just wanted to keep 1 to have 1, but I ended up with 2. One I'm kind of more worried about working with is the Xmas. At some point, I want to smack something with that big old Xmas I've got behind me.
I'd almost hit
Is
it
it-
with that pine one. That pine cross with Exodus would be some pretty good stuff, I would think. But maybe if you hit it with the berry phenotype, you might get something too that might be crazy.
It's my Xmas male there.
Oh, okay. So the Exodus is a male then.
The Xmas I do have in male. I do have a female rolling around, but she's not as piney as I like. Probably won't make the cut. But the male, that fucking male stinks, man. Stinks, stinks, stinks. I can't wait to hit something like that.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. I see you're still on that pine hunt.
Elusive.
Did you ever find a good pine strain that you liked, Eagle? Like to grow at least? That you can keep
No.
around?
Not yet. I'm still on that hunt. Everything that pine that comes this way is leaning towards more of a dragon fruit kind of flavor. So there must be something in that pine profile or that pine turf that can also be a dragon fruit. Something variants.
Yeah, I get what you're saying completely with that, because that's what I've noticed too. When you get the pine, it's usually a pine mixed with something. Like you used to be able to get a straight pine or a pine and gas, but now it's like a pine with like a licorice taste almost, or I don't know, some light fruit.
What's up, Red Pill?
Howdy. I was just about to torch up. What's up, guys?
Red pill in the house. What you dabbing on, red pill?
Shouldn't even brought it up. Nothing special.
You might sound so down about it.
I
I
am,
know. I mean, geez.
Well, but I am down about it, so it came off authentic. Yeah.
It sure did then. It came down authentic as heck. So what is that?
This foot.
Still a jar full. Oh damn it! All I've got here is this baby food jar full of just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Torching up now.
What's in your garden, Hato? What's up? What's your garden?
Man, I just finally got my whole little new veg setup built out. My little tent I was telling you guys about last time, how I got my new LED light and my new tent and all that stuff. I got that set up now. I got 19 little babies that germinated. I think I got about 12 that have popped above the soil now. So just working on that. 2 strains I created. I got the jackfruit going, and then I got the animal candy. The jackfruit being the Forbidden Mints crossed to the Jack the Wrecker, which is Jack the Ripper crossed with Trainwreck. And then the other one is the my Skittles crossed to the Zookies, the feminized strain.
What's good stuff in the garden?
Yeah, and actually I got some what is it? Mendo Breath and Gorilla Goo going as well that I haven't ran yet. I'm not even sure who bred them. My friend just gave me the seeds, so I'm trying them out and see how those come out.
Yeah, I got some new stuff coming through too as well. Quite a few of the accidental seed variations that I had, as well as I got the truffle trees and the canal breath that I put together for DOA. I put that one. I got that one in here. Matter of fact, I was showing that a second ago. This one here split by itself, did its own little topping, which is rather cool. So I'll clean all this. Yeah, so I'll clean all this down below here and let the rest of it just keep going.
If I were you, Johnny, I would tie those branches down too and let the little bottom shoots start growing up also on their own. Yeah, like that. Just tie it just like that.
Does that
Pull
kind
the
of like
little sides down and have all
They-
the other sides become tops as
Oh.
well without having to even chop it.
Yeah, that thing
Yeah.
will push right out. Push
Yeah.
right out.
Yeah, and it's got nice color to it. Everything looks really good. The nodal spacing's really tight, so it looks positive already. Excited about that one.
Actually, fucking had a fucking nice little find today, man. I ran into Captain 420 there at File and met him, and he had a fucking hunk of hash. Nice fucking little brick of hash.
Did you find it?
I found it.
Right on, because I remembered you misplaced it.
Yeah, it's fucking yeah. You know what's even funnier about this is so I'm gonna pull it out of here before I go. It's a nice little hunk of hash.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And he fucking nice thumb. Breaks me off one, breaks the Smiley off a hunk just like it. Here you go. Back. And so I fucking lost that motherfucker and ended up getting the cigarette cellophane from Smiley. So I didn't have nothing to put it in. Smiley's of course a smoker. Okay, there you go. So put it in my pocket, and then fucking tonight I'm fucking in my truck and I fucking drop something between the seats, and I go fucking fumbling around there. Pull that fucking cigarette cellophane out. And I'm not a smoker, and not a lot of people around me smoke cigarettes. So I'm instantly like,
What
"Fuck
the?
is this? Yeah, where's the cigarette cellophane come from?" And I took it and I fucking like threw it on the floor. I'm like, man, that's fucking weird. And then a little voice was like, pick that thing up. And I picked it back up. I'm like, that's that hash. Yeah, I remember now.
Oh shit! Are we losing him?
No.
Yeah. He froze on us.
Fuck.
Dang it!
Oh, we got
That's
a frozen
okay.
eagle.
That fucking worked
Yeah.
out.
Oh, there you are. You froze up, bro. I was thinking that the hash slipped between the seats. I don't know why, but I just had a feeling that that's where it ended up. And it's funny that you pulled it out of there too.
Yeah, dude, that's so awesome that it was like right there in between the seat, and something was just like reach in between the seat to grab whatever you lost, and he pulls that out. Because I remember him talking about him losing it too, thinking he was buying something or something and pulling money out of his pocket and might have dropped it. And that was a while back, a couple of weeks ago. Now he just finds it's like a free, I don't know, little present right there.
Good find, Eagle. Good find.
Car seat cured.
Yeah.
Ooh, I never thought of that, because you're right. It probably has worked down the chain a little bit, because it has been locked in that hot truck. I mean, I'm sure with windows up, sitting in the sun on a 90-degree day, I'm sure that truck hit fucking 120 inside a couple of times. That thing's probably worked its way down to CBN, I'm sure, a little bit.
Well, I got something to say about that exact same thing. I had some stuff out in my car that I'd packed up inside of a glass jar, a smaller one, and I put it inside my dash. And I've got a little compartment in my dash that's on the dash, so it's right in the sun. And I forgot all, and it was probably like an eighth in there or so. And I cracked that stuff open the other day, and I started smoking on it. Man, I'll tell you what, it was still really moist, but it had a really kind of like a brown look to it, like it changed in color, like it was decarboxylated. But man, I'll tell you what,
It cooked it a little bit.
Yeah, it hit really good. Got really good hits off it.
Dude, I bought a
Well, that's what,
1991 I bought a 1991 Nissan pickup truck from this old woman. She was the original owner. And when I bought it, like she kind of left a bunch of stuff in the bed of it, and I was like moving stuff around, and I probably found like 2 ounces of some bud that had been sitting back there forever. And the bud was like, it had turned brown, but if you look at the trichomes, they were like orange and dark gold, like a crazy color almost. Like you could just tell it's been sitting there forever. So my dad like knew the woman, he worked with her or whatever. So I told her like, hey, I found some weed in the truck. Like ask her about it, I guess. So he asked her about it. She's like, oh yeah, my ex-husband used to smoke weed. He got this from Oregon. It's been sitting back there for a long time. Like I got more of it if you want it, she said. So my dad's like, oh yeah, sure, I'll take it. So she gives my dad like a half pound of this like Oregon weed, but dude, it had decarboxylated so much. And I smoked it and it didn't like, I don't know, almost had like a caramel wood taste or something. But dude, it would get you so stoned, like I don't know, like a trippy psychedelic high.
Hallucinogenic, yeah.
There you go. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, most definitely. That's kind of the what I was looking at too. Well, you got to think, man. Out here, we were having some seriously hot days at that time. So we're talking a good 130 inside my car at times. So it got cooked.
Well, that's basically what when I talked to Breeder Steve about, he was digging the CBN, and we were asking him, how to get there, how he was getting into that. And basically what he was saying is you could put it, in a garbage bag, lay it out in the sun, same thing. Keep the light off it, but bring the temperature up. He's like, man, you leave it out there a couple hours like that, you bring it in, you're all good. All good. So yeah,
Nice.
Hash, shit. I actually got some Colombian that's been floating around in the truck. It's probably walked its way down there. Shit, there was some jelly bean that floated around in there. I pulled out that was like fucking really good after it sat in the truck for a few days. Well, it was good to begin with, but it floated around in there for about a week and a half. I like being prepared.
Turns it into a fine wine.
Well, hell, I'm allowed to carry it. We're allowed, even as recreational, to fucking have a fucking ounce on your person. So there's the way I see it, there's no reason not to have one in the lockbox in the fucking trunk. You know what I mean? No reason not to have one on you at all times.
Did you get to sample the hash before you had it left in the truck?
Nope.
No.
Damn.
But
That
I
would have
did
been cool to
sample it when
compare
I
like
got
a
it
before
home.
and after.
It was definitely some nice hash. I would say it was like a dry press. You know what I mean? Definitely not like water. I'm sure it was dry separated and then press. But definitely a good hash, man. Once you lit it, you didn't have to light it again, man. It burned all the way through, nice and clean, nice and light. It was enjoyable.
Sounds like it, looks like it, man.
Did he make that?
I don't know if he made it, but I told myself
Well,
I was going to fucking throw some in a fatty tonight. I forgot when I was rolling this one up. The next one, I'm definitely rolling a fatty, just lacing that thing with a nice rock. That shit.
Is that how you mostly been smoking? It is in like joints and stuff?
I like to smoke my hash. It's like worms are sprinkled into a joint. But no, earlier I smoked it in this nice ass part. But
Just
again,
pure hash, or were you like topping
Yeah.
the bowls off with it?
Nope, just pure hash. I just dropped a chunk in there.
That's right.
Enjoyed it. It's okay. Making me want to ride. Keep showing them bikes, man.
Yeah. Well, I got some mimosa here that I grew quite a while back. And it's been sealed up out of the air and inside of a humidor. So it's been nice, protected. I'm going to crack this thing open and see what it tastes like now. It's probably been curing for a year.
You got to give us the mimosa breakdown, Johnny. Break that thing
Yeah.
open.
That's what I'm going to do if I can get it cut. I can't use that scissor gun.
You got that thing vacuum sealed and everything, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. When I put my weed away, that's what I do. I seal it up and put it out of the light and everything. So it's,
That's cool. You got your own little mini vacuum sealer, or how'd you do that?
yeah, I got that a long time ago before I was even growing.
That's pretty cool.
Oh man, that smells good. Smells like champagne. In a way. Orange champagne, kind of.
Yeah, well, that would
Like-
be a mimosa.
Like a clementine, kind of.
You just hit it on the head right there with the mimosa.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And you
kind
drink
of
it
got
out
a
of a
bubbly,
really
kind of a.
fancy, skinny glass.
No, I don't have any of those.
Mm.
But it's really soft, very sticky at this time, and it's got a very kind of a discolored, kind of a brown look to it. Can't see that, not enough light.
What up, Candy Trooper? I believe this is Robert, this motherfucking Green Fingers Thomas snuck in too. Cheers to you
Did he?
both.
What up?
What's up?
I got the mimosa right here too.
Oh, do you? Nice.
God damn, I put this lid on too tight.
How old is it?
This got harvested like 2 months ago.
Yeah. So this is going to be fun. I've been wanting to crack this open and try it ever since I tried the Gondog mimosa that was out in my car for a while. It was probably out there for a good 6 months. So this should be really good. Can't wait.
Hey, Canna Trooper, are you making your own extracts?
I wasn't, but we are.
You say you wasn't, but you are now?
Yeah, we were, and then we stopped and then started back up. Had to get a bunch of new gear. So we were getting it from other sources, but it was all single source from another person.
Okay, but what you're dabbing on now, some stuff that you made?
No, this is actually some sugar wax I got from someone. They made it. They wanted me to try it, and it's pretty fucking clean. They showed me a purity test before I like tried it out, and I was just like, all right, cool, let's see what it tastes like. No tang, nothing. It's pretty fucking good.
Right on. What strain is that?
Trying to think. What is it? Holy Chem Kush or something?
Oh, damn, that sounds pretty good, especially in extract form.
Yeah, this is the mimosa mug. I don't know if you can see that. I don't have good light in here.
Yeah, we can still see it kind of. Looks like some good stuff.
Cheers to everybody in chat, man. I'm watching it. I'm watching it on the other device, but I'm not fucking thumbing on the phone trying to say hello to everybody. So this is a general hello. Big Shade, Chad Westport, all you guys that are me all flower. Just I see tuned in. Hello to all you guys. Cheers.
Yeah, most definitely. Cheers to everybody out in chat, because I can't see anybody in chat. Well, I got to say, that was a very nice hit. It was smooth. It's got a it kind of encompass it took over my whole forehead and eyes all at the same time. Let me just say that.
Yeah, that's the one thing I have noticed from the age weed too, is it seems to be a lot more smooth, you know, like I guess it's probably the chlorophyll purging out of it or something, but the longer you let it sit, I feel like the smoother the bud gets, you know. You could
Yeah, it
smoke
was
like a
very
whole
smooth.
half
Yeah,
gram or a gram bowl and it'll be smooth.
No,
yeah.
it's really
It didn't really do that major expansion going on, you know. So yeah, that was nice.
my favorite new smooth strain is London Pound Cake.
Oh, that sounds really good. Is that what that is right there?
Yeah. So it's from Cookies Fam Genetics, and they really did good with this one. You can hit this one with really high EC and really high PPFD and just beat the shit out of it, and it'll just grow like a dream. And it's got like a yeasty cake smell to it.
Oh wow.
You say that's the lemon pound cake?
London Pound Cake.
London pound cake, okay. I've had their limoncello, but that's the only lemon strain of theirs I've had.
Yeah, Pepper Fino hunted this one from a pack of like 20 or 30 seeds. I can't remember, but this was the one that survived everything and just the abuse we put it through.
You guys
Oh, yeah.
tortured it.
So you're actually growing that one right there.
Yeah, Sergeant Pepper's got it in his garden.
Hell yeah, that's
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Yeah, all the flour I have is out of Sergeant Pepper's garden.
Mm. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go in for another hit of this stuff. So, Hancho. Oh, sorry about that. Go for that hit. Me to do that to you.
Go ahead, Johnny.
Oh,
So,
Johnny,
what kind of stuff did you say you were growing up in your garden there? I wasn't really paying attention too much. I don't think. I think I was stoned.
No worries. I got my jackfruit, which is Jack the Wrecker, which is Jack the Ripper crossed with Trainwreck. And then I crossed that to the Forbidden Mint by Sin City Seeds. And then I got some my FAMs, which is the animal candy I created, which is Zuki's crossed to the Rose Skittles. And then I got some Mendo Breath, and I'm blanking on the other strain I got in there right now.
Man, that sounds good. So the jackfruit, does it actually have the jackfruit kind of smell or flavor or what?
This is actually my first time running these jackfruit, so I'm not sure. Well, actually, okay, I did run one strain of it, and it had more of the forbidden fruit taste, but it had like the Jack the Ripper structure and color. So it had a little bit of purple because the forbidden mint in it is super purple. So I was expecting a super purple bud with like a Jack the Ripper taste, but that's not what ended up happening. And it being like a greenish bud with a super forbidden fruit taste.
Cool. Yeah, I like. I don't think I've come across too many strains that I haven't enjoyed.
Is this your first round with that Mendo Breath that you got?
I've ran the Mendo Breath one other time, but I didn't get a very good run because they had a short veg time, and I just like didn't top them or nothing.
How'd they turn out though?
I mean, the actual taste and the bud was really good.
That's one of my favorite ones to run. I don't know how I ended up keeping this cut so long, but I have one that turns really purple, and it's just the flavor on it's just amazing.
Yeah, that's what I noticed about these two is like they started out super green, but about 2 weeks before I chopped them, they started turning really purple and they got like a really gassy, like, I don't know, motor oil smell almost.
Nice, nice. Yeah, that's the one that inspired the Mendo Loco cross. It didn't put out the Mendo Breath for me didn't put out very much weight, so I wanted to try to get a little more to it, you know, a little more bulk to it. And didn't really come out the way I wanted it, but it came out nice.
Yeah, that's what happened to me too. But I think that was just grower error. I think that was my fault. Like this time, I'm going to be using way bigger flowering pots for flower, I guess you could say. I got a whole new thing, new setup I'm going to do with like bigger pots and do maybe 2 or 3 plants per pot instead of just doing like little 5 gallons.
That works. That's, you know, I've noticed that one too seems to like to go closer to the 10 and a half, 11 week.
Yeah, I think that's what I was noticing too. But all my plants were kind of taking longer time to finish. But I think that's just because my soil had so many like veg newts in it that it wasn't like finishing and senescing itself, you know? It was just staying green.
Cheers, I'm going for dab.
Cheers.
Yeah, it was a good hit. Yeah.
So I was looking through today in the outdoor stuff. I got to go check that out. And I got to deal with some issues over there now. Seems like the caterpillars are out. All the little moths laying the caterpillar eggs, and you finding little 1/4 inch long caterpillars all the way up to, you know, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch. Got to deal with that in a big time way. Little bastards, they'll ruin a crop in a week.
Dude, if I were you, the biggest advice I could give you is just put like mosquito nets over your plants so that they can't even touch them, you know? Like they won't be able to go through the small holes in the mosquito net. What's his name? Mr. Trees, Tyler with Family Tree Seeds, he's the one that kind of came up with, well, I don't know if he came up with it, but he had a video on future cannabis seeds, like showing the mosquito nets that you put over the plants to keep the caterpillars and shit out. But dude, that seriously works around here because that's the biggest thing we face down here in SoCal is those fucking caterpillars for outdoor.
Yeah, I thought I had preventative measures in place, but it just seems like for some reason this year they're hardcore, more than normal.
I haven't seen one this year. Last year I got devoured. So yeah, I feel your pain. I still find cocoons in my fucking buckets of shake like this. That might be one right there. Or the little fucking patch of fucking pot. Might just be a cocoon.
I think that's actually the hardest one to deal with outdoors, the caterpillar. You know, because you can spray shit all over it, but who really wants to spray it? You know, I want to be spraying a bunch of shit in there.
Yeah,
I'm
especially when
telling you,
it's
the
like
mosquito
flower.
nets is the only like organic non-spray way you're gonna keep them out, dude. And it'll seriously keep them out. Just put mosquito
Yeah,
nets over every single one of your plants or build like a little hoop house. But instead of using like a tarp or a greenhouse material, just use the mosquito netting. And they won't be able to get through that. It's too small of a hole.
Yeah, I got a screen over my whole greenhouse, just like a bug netting over the whole greenhouse. It's a big greenhouse.
yeah. Well, my outdoor didn't get prepped in time to prep it right, so I'll deal with the bugs this year, and next year it's going into a bug-proof freaking iron dome of its own.
I'd get one of those what the fuck are they? They're like the octagon domes. Called so.
Kid, I'm straight up hiring Israel to create me the iron dome for bugs.
Yeah, there you go. I was just thinking of that.
Yeah. Every time I block
Deploy
by,
the
it,
iron
man,
dome. Deploy the Iron Dome IPM system.
that would be badass, though, wouldn't it?
So, Mr. Yeah, it would. Somebody come up with that. They got it. They may found their niche, you know. So, Mr. Greenfingers, when do you have the harvest coming in? Should have something coming in pretty quick, right? Those red eyes.
I thought they were green, bro.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
you
you
want
mean
to
the
bleed?
fucking
You're about to
white
bleed to
part.
death over there.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see how long it is. Let me meet you.
Oh, yeah, that's looking good.
Did we lose Eagle?
I don't know. The screen did change a second ago. I noticed that. It just kind of,
His box disappeared.
yeah, we lost him. We lost Eagle. That's what that change was.
Well, you were the first one here, so it's your show now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see him in here at all.
Yeah.
Welcome to Talking Shit with Johnny Kennedy.
What strain is that there, Mr. Greenfingers?
It's one that doesn't have a name yet. None of mine have names.
None of them have names yet.
I have a name.
Those
Nothing
are
that I've
just.
tried.
Did that
They're
come
just
out of
like-
the? Did that come out of the blanket or the box?
That was just a mixed. That was a mixed blanket batch. It was actually before I got the pre-box. It was the stuff that was already here was like one of these.
In the words of
Okay.
Tal, it's proprietary cross to
The blankets are here.
proprietary.
There you go.
Blankets are here. Here's the magic
I like
blanket.
it. I like it.
The magic blanket filled with fucking herbs, bro.
I got you.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, that blanket technique. And man, I love that shit.
Seeds galore.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a good blanket?
Right.
Hey, Michael
Thousands of fucking
Jackson.
seeds in it.
Michael
Cuddle
Jackson
your
likes a
buds
good
up
blanket.
into the blanket. Get them all wrapped up. Heck,
That's
Come on,
what
why do you
happens
gotta
when you
bring
gotta
why do you gotta
move,
bring little Michael into this?
little Michael. little blanket. That reminds me of Michael Jackson for some reason.
Oh, it should.
that's
'Cause he's
that's I am Root. Yeah.
a little group,
Groot.
baby.
Little Groot.
Fuck it is loud.
That's cool. There's Eagle.
Oh, it
He's back.
says Eagle Gardens is host now.
Yeah. Got you back, Eagle. Yep. Everything changed all of a sudden. We realized you weren't there anymore. Yeah.
You
Couldn't
there,
hear you at
Eagle?
all.
You're on mute, brother.
I could just now hear. Oh, I heard Johnny there for a second, and then he froze up, and then now I can't even see. You guys are slowly starting to pop up. Slowly starting to pop up. I don't know
Wow.
what's going on.
Probably sunspots spitting solar flares at us or something. That solar wind, man, it moves fast. Disrupting.
All you can do is laugh and roll with it. All you can do is laugh and roll with it.
Yep. Yep. So I'll be taking down a few plants here in the next few days. I got the bike seat that I have inside the underneath the spider farmer. It's looking really good. It's actually getting to the point where the leaves are actually starting to change. So just about ready. And I got what is that? The other one. It's a canal breath and puckerberry knockout that I got that I'm going to be taking down here pretty quick too. And all those are under the spider farmer as well. And it's nice because I did the same plants off of the same clones, so they were clones off of a clone. And I grew some underneath the Bloom Plus 4000, and I also grew them underneath the Spider Farmer 4000s. And so far, the Spider Farmer 4000s are giving me a much better bud structure, a denser bud, and it seems to be
Would you stop
giving me
that?
a better frost profile on it too. All right. What was it, SoCal?
We're waiting.
Well, oh shit! Sorry, I didn't know I was unmuted. Sorry, I'm over here making a cup of coffee and shit, and thinking I'm all on
Oh.
mute. Talking to the wife.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, well, it's good seeing everyone and hearing from you guys, but I gotta wake up in like 4 hours to take my daughter to school, so I'm gonna get some sleep. Peace out, y'all.
Right on, man. All right, Huncho. It's good seeing you, brother.
Yep, good seeing
Good
you.
night, Joe.
Peace out.
Well,
Yep.
anyone
So
got-
I think I like the Spider Farmer's light array much better than I do the Bloom Plus, as far as what I'm seeing the structure of the buds. And I think it's just a different light spectrum that it's giving me. Do you got the Spider Farmer over there as well, Eagle, or what?
I don't have a spider farmer. Bloom Plus, I have some Mars, active grow LED, just 612,
HPS.
Sun, HPS. About it. Oh, the
Dude, was I
chat's
on-
back.
Was I unmuted that whole time?
Yeah.
Which time?
Oh
Oops.
yeah. We heard all kinds of crazy shit coming out of your phone, man. We didn't know what was going on. No, it's
well.
just kidding.
Oh well.
No,
It's late night.
it was okay. We didn't hear that. We didn't hear anything.
All right, good.
You're good. I was just trying to mess with you since I had you there. What are you growing under can of truth?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
What are you growing under?
Nothing.
Nothing. What?
Wait. That's supposed to be my answer.
My light's all natural.
All natural, all outside. Yeah, I've got a plant outside just the same. Got one out there chilling, seeing what it's gonna do. I got a jelly bean out there.
No,
I've
if
never-
I
You'd like
if I were to grow, it'd be a science LED.
those are expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, they can be. I mean,
Can't you kind of like dial that in, like put an actual day's worth of lighting in it or something like that? So
It's a fully like programmable spectrum tuning, and
yeah,
essentially whatever color they have on the light on the diodes, they're Osram diodes, and they have optics to focus those. Depending on the light, they're 70 or 120 degrees, but they'll use that with a Bluetooth app on your phone, and you can individually raise and lower the colors without like affecting any of the output. And then you have the overall power outage, like being able to tune that from like 0 to 100%.
and can't you put like a day program in there, like so that it would change like in the morning and then like it's actually
Yeah.
had the sun movement and stuff? Yeah.
Yes, what you're talking about is the morning time is the cryptochromes and the evening time is phytochromes, and
Right.
those are transition periods of day sunrise and sunset.
Yeah,
And
that's a nice light.
yeah, essentially, if you have another LED, they can take a sensor and get the reading for it and program it onto that light, and the science light can replicate another light spectrum, pretty much any light spectrum almost. You can
Oh
go
wow.
and get data from a certain place, like say I want to go to Morocco or Afghanistan or these places that are like known for growing good cannabis, do a light study in one of the valleys and collect data, spectrum data, and you can program that into the light.
See, now that's cool. That's specialized. You know, that's of course that's software, right?
Yeah, but that's having a control system on it. And I think what a lot of LED companies are trying to do is they're trying to build their own controller, like for the user to use. Now, having an onboard computer that controls the LEDs, anybody can do that. But having control interface the user can use that's user friendly, that's not just some analog like buttons and little green and black screen. They went ahead and put Bluetooth on it and gave you an app, because they're like, everybody's got a phone already. They've already got the hardware. Let's just make software instead of hardware. So
Makes
it made
Uh,
it made
some
really good business sense for them to go that route, because like Build LED, they've got this controller that hooks up to that controller that controls this thing for that thing. Fluence, they have to have a $300, $200 to $300 controller just to raise and lower the light levels, and that you have to unplug it and then plug it into the next one and go down individually to each one to do that. So it's just a pain in the ass, like a bunch of the other things when they're LED companies and they're trying to make controllers. Like, you guys make LEDs, you don't make controllers. Everybody's already got, just going to like make some software. It's easier that way. It's gonna be cheaper.
Yeah, makes sense.
an LED company I like sounds, I don't know, adequate. Something similar at least is Helio Spectra. I don't know how that one is. I don't know if it has the same capability of not being able to affect the spectrum without the output being diminished, but this one's got red, green, and blue diodes plus 55K white diodes. And you can control either one of them, at any given time, all four all at the same time, or two at a time, or 30% of one and 100% of the other, or, you can like do the same thing where you can have it switch throughout the day, where when it turns on at the day, you can have it all of the green and all of the blue and all of the white. And then as the day goes on, it loses the blue and adds more red. And then at the very end of the day, it loses the white where it's totally red. But what I would still do is I would like to use that in a room, 4 of those lights, grow one single plant under each one on some type of like automated lazy Susan, to where the plant itself is rotating under that light, like maybe 1 or 2 or 2.5 times throughout that light cycle. But in the very middle of the room, hang a 3K plus UV CMH light vertically, no shade, just open vertical bulb. And then that would fill in the rest of the spectrum with IR and UV with those LEDs. Plus, those plants rotating, it's going to get even coverage bathed in that CMH light from all different angles, all points of the day.
That's interesting. That sounds cool. I like the turntable setup. So it's spinning.
Yeah, you could make it so, you can use, I guess, whatever type of motor on there to make you spin the plant however many times you want. I'm pretty sure there's a point of diminishing return where if you're spinning at like 1,000 revolutions a minute, you can like de-leaf a plant. You can spin that motherfucker, get all the leaves off that shit. Boom, de-leaf job right there. But no, you wouldn't want to do that over. Like I said, depending on how close that light gets, like say, okay, so at some distance away from an LED light, you're not really getting much out of it. But then if you're just only a little bit too close, you're frying and bleaching the plant. So I don't know the exact distance I would have that vertical light or those, the LEDs that are just top down on top of the plants. I don't know the distance I'd have with those, but you can have that vertical light, the CMH one, hanging almost right next to the plants, depending on how much they're rotating, because they're dynamic, they're moving, they're not sitting focused right under some high intensity light where they're going to fry and bleach. So you're kind of using that as just a supplement for UV and even IR if that's necessary, but mainly the UV, where you don't have to have some fancy contraption built into the LED because LED diodes have such a short lifespan compared to all the other diodes that they use. That's why it's really hard to get LED light manufacturers to do dedicated UV light spectrums, because you have to literally re-engineer the way that the drivers work, and you have to have you're basically forced to have a controller, because the way they get around doing that is those lights only come on like 5 minutes every 2 hours while the lights are on. They don't stay on completely during the 12-12 cycle every single day of flower. Otherwise, you might not even get through a flower cycle with the UV diode. And then you have to either know how to replace UV diodes in your own picture, or have them like sent in to replace. Another thing LED companies don't really want to bother with.
Right. What was that? What was that light you were showing up there, Canna Trooper? What was that? Was that just a spotlight to go on top of your car or on your bike or something?
Yeah, it's a light that the parent company that owns Science, like they do off-road lights and stuff. It's one of the ones that goes on top of an SUV.
And what spectrum is that thing?
Bright as fuck.
Yeah, BAF, huh?
I gotta hook it up, but
Cheers,
yeah.
Bingus.
Oh,
Cheers, guys.
Hey.
Good to see you.
hey, Bingus.
Good. I couldn't hang back. I was listening to Canna Trooper talking about his software. I was like, oh, I gotta get in there and listen more attentively. Well, good to see everybody. Cheers, chat.
Speaking of
Good
chat
to see you.
there, I think it's funny they're making fun of the webcam thing there. I was just sitting here kind of laughing, thinking, I don't even want to know what's going on the other end of webcams there. Going blind on one screen, he's got a screen full of stoners on the other. That's one confused individual in chat right there. What's that?
It does seem to be going around. I must admit. Let's hope it's not contagious. But So Can Trooper, what's the name of that software, dude?
It's just gosh, it's the Thea app, I want to say, or Echo, or it's one of the other. I can't remember right now. But no, I think I can't remember. There's a wireless device that helps with the boosting between if you've got multiple science LEDs. I want to say that's the Echo, and then the Thea is the app. That's what it is.
I gotta look into that. Yeah.
It's really, really good. Honestly, like before that, we were building LED lights from scratch. We were doing DIYs and everything, and they were working great. I had been doing DIYs for years. I had been using CXB 3590s back in the day when that was a thing, and I was putting wavy boards and quantum boards on them with like red and blues, and you'd have to hook a computer up just to drop them on and off, and have a control collar that was on the computer that like it was very rudimentary, very rudimentary. And I just remember doing that. And then I remember when science hit the scene, and I was just like, yo, what is this? And I was following them for a while, and we went from the DIY home builds to that. And it was just immediately like the second you took the one light out and you put the science light over it, you turned it on, you're like, what the fuck have we been doing?
It's that big of a difference, huh?
It really was just visually. That's without like using any of the stuff, just visually. And then within a couple days, where the light drop off is, like where the light fades, it wasn't out to the trellis yet. It hadn't grown out to the trellis, but 3 days after that light was up, it grew past the trellis. It wasn't even to it. It went out and past it within 3 days. I mean,
that's encouraging.
I think there's some
drastic differences. Yeah, massive, drastic differences. It was just, wow, we're cooking with gas now.
I think even if it's not pleasing, well, it could be some weird kind of quantum thing where if it pleases us, it pleases the plant. But being able to dial in a light spectrum, to me, I don't know why, but it's more satisfying. I mean, I like the whole idea of engineering all types of light, normal HIDs, plasmas, LEDs. People really, now they think blurple, blurple's just mix of blue and red. Then you mix white on top of that, you get some like neon pink, bright ass light, intense light. Another way, a lot of people think green's totally unnecessary. Why do I need that? Well, you can make colors that technically don't exist, like cyan. You mix full green with full blue, boom, cyan, and then add your 55K white light on top of that. There's no light out there unless you can dial in the spectrum that it's just natural, boom, hit the switch, the light turns on, it has its highest spike in cyan. No light like that. You have to tune a light to be able to do that.
Tuning. Harmonically aligning frequencies to the natural intonation. That sounds good. I like it. I like your background, Eagle. Nice.
Thank you for bringing that up, man. I was waiting for the opportunity to thank you for it, man. This will be the cover for the 500 shows. Holding it back for the 500 series.
I actually found that image. I didn't make the image at all. I just put the text on there, but I was shrooming fucking balls, dude, when I found that image. And I just went into it. I was like, whoa. And then I had to put the text on there, which took me like an hour, which was crazy because I couldn't seem to get it right in my mind. And I was just, anyway, I'll always remember that night every time I see that picture. I'm going to lay off for a bit, actually. I took way too much to where I couldn't like talk. I mean, all I could do was visualize shit, and it was fun. Not at
Those are
all.
the best.
Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. I actually enjoyed it, and the mental aspect of it was awesome. And I don't know the type of shrooms this guy came by that I haven't seen forever. And I'm like, dude, I don't have his phone number, I don't have his email, I have shit, right? And he just say, try these. And I'm like, oh, cool. And so there's so many different varieties that people are growing here in Oregon now, because it is legal here. It's getting quite interesting.
Get your hand on some golden teachers next time you go to it. Yes.
Who knows? It might have been that. Cannon Trooper shows up and I got to get my notepad out.
So is there, now I understand that we got the light spectrum that comes down, but what about a light that actually has a frequency that comes out of it as well?
Well,
A sound frequency.
Oh, sound frequency.
So, okay, I manage a hydro shop, and I had this guy. I get people to come by all the time, pitching stuff and trying to sell me stuff. And sometimes I have people that invent things come by, and you might have seen this guy. I almost like threw it to Eagle, be like, hey, you should interview this guy, but it's a little out there. So he made a metal trellis, and he puts a fucking vibrating like frequency emitter on it, and it vibrates the trellis.
That's interesting.
I'm glad that you said that, because I was about to tear my hair out. I was going to say eyes. Why would I tear my eyes out? I was going to tear my hair out.
Don't do that.
If you said that he was attaching lights to the trellis net, because that's my idea.
Yeah, I remember that too.
So if you put the idea out there, it's going to get it's going to get manifested somewhere if you don't take action.
Yeah.
Now, okay. Since we're on this Can Trooper, since I got your ear here, I've been trying to. I have my plants on little plastic carts that I've made out of shelves, right? And they're very handy. I want to do an automatic watering system, and I've been trying to find a solenoid that would be activated by the solar by my lights. In other words, I wouldn't have to have a power source for the solenoid and also have a timer attached to it. And have you ever heard of anything? I can't find anything like that at all.
So the solenoids I always recommend are Hunter solenoids. And then I like to, just use regular speaker wire, and wherever the solenoid's at on your pipe work, run the wire behind that to hide it. And then also just to keep it away from like getting snagged on anything that you might be doing in the room. And then run that to like a 24-volt dry contact board. And you're going to want to be able to, there's Toro, there's Trollmaster, and there's Rain Drip, and there's other companies, but you can get a controller for all of those that it's going to be able to do whatever kind of you want to do interval wise. And if you're trying to have some sort of like way to adjust the power to that, honestly, a solenoid barely takes any power at all.
That's what I know. So isn't there a solenoid made that has like a fucking solar panel on it or something? That
I think I've seen something in so Israel, if you really want to really get into agriculture and irrigation, Israel's always doing something really fancy with that. And I think I had seen that out in the field, because what farmers will do is they'll irrigate their fields, and they'll have like one like little hut. You'll see like just like a board sticking up with like a little slant on top of it. And right there, all the pipe work is right there. And I think I had seen like little solar panels on top of the solenoids, but I don't know if it was for the solenoid or if it was for the rainfall meter that was above it.
Well, see, also, ultimately, I'd like to have like water, nutrient container underneath the cart and have a pump in it that could be powered by a solar source because of my lights, right? And that would operate the solenoid and the pump and on a timer. And if I could come up with that, dude, I'd be fucking a happy camper.
Yeah, so they've got those little solar panels that they have on the God, what are they? The little lights that you stick, the patio lights. You know what I'm talking about? That you could put up walkway. Yeah, so if I were you and you really wanted to like do something, they've got those little Rainbird or Rain Drip green solenoids that they have at the hardware store. You go grab one of those and one of those patio lights and just crack one of the patio lights open, take the solar panel out of it and hook it up to the solenoid and see if you can make it work. I mean, it's just 2 wires.
I love it. Dude, I can go down to Home Depot and make that happen.
Yeah, you can make that happen for less than $50, I think.
Fucking A, dude. That's really made my life easy. Then my cart it's freewheeling. It's got an automatic feed and I can hit it 3 times a day. And
yeah, you're still gonna, you might want to buy a smart plug and try to wire the smart plug into those two. That way you can like wirelessly control that. So you can have like the timer on the smart plug on your phone. Sorry. I break apart electronics and play with shit all the time.
Dude, I might have to just, pick the brain further. It's because I've been fumbling with this for a couple weeks now, just trying to come up in my head with the right thing to do. And I should just come on Eagle's channel like I am right now and pick your brain. So I appreciate it, brother. You're muted. That's okay, though. We got a solar panel for that as well.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I said, yeah, dude, anytime. Just hit me up anytime.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's a great idea there with the smart plug too.
Yeah, then you can just control it from my brand new phone that I just got.
I was just thinking of a way that he needs a timer and it's just too easy. It's right there. I mean, the thing's just automated already. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Dude, you have to play with this kind of shit to make it all happen. But that's what I like doing. So I'll put up like a little prototype and start fucking around with it. Cracking shit open. Back to the good old days. I used to love tearing shit apart when I was a kid. My old man didn't really care for it too much. But
yeah, my parents hated it. I repurposed my stepdad's drill and put it on top of a race car, and I was making battle bots with my friends.
Where's my drill at?
I was like, it's fucking up my neighbor's car.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So Red Pill's idea is to have a trellis net with LEDs on it. That's interesting.
Well, hold on.
Oh.
I thought of everything from having tubing with LEDs embedded in it. I thought that would create too much heat. Then I came up with fiber optics. People are like, that's not going to work. It's not going to be enough light. And I thought of quantum dot technology, which would be very expensive. And trellis nets are usually disposable, and you use one new one each run around. So you go put these experimental quantum dot in the trellis net. You can't be cutting apart thousands of dollars of trellis net to harvest. You're gonna have a lifetime use, basically, trellis net, repeatedly over and over again. I don't know, maybe it's not as good of an idea as it sounds, or maybe it's not even good at sounding idea. But I don't know. I just thought of a way like how much light is lost to the first layer of canopy when you're scrogging. And wouldn't it be nice if you can just have a little bit of underlighting or supplemental light?
So, Red Pill, why can't you take some like color of your choice, like rope lighting? Go to like old Home Depot and get the old school rope lighting. That shit throws off some light. You might not have, what you need, but hell, people have scoffed at using, the old screw
Yeah.
bulbs there. But it fucking you can grow some weed under there, so why couldn't you take some?
Well, that's I think like it'd be cool to find like a really skinny one, and then use those little plastic crosses to weed.
They
in
make
between.
there's
Have one.
a little LED strip light thing you can buy that's like a 1/4 inch wide.
Yeah, I've seen those.
And you can feed it through like a clear tube by clear tube crosses and make a
Yeah,
square
it
trellis.
comes in a little roll.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
peel out as much as you want, and then obviously you gotta do your wiring on it, but it's
Mhm.
plug and play once you do your wiring. But you can run those anywhere you want.
I just thought of like how much heat that would, like make, and if
Nothing, those
obviously
little
in a lot of
things.
parts of a trellis net, you're making contact with that actual thing.
Yeah, but
so,
those little things do not put off very much heat whatsoever.
okay.
They use them in greenhouses a lot of times in the hemp fields to extend the hours when needed. I've seen them used a lot, basically, and they're
But you
waterproof.
never seen someone say like, "Hey, what are we doing, stringing this bastard thing around all the way, all over? Let's
No.
make a multi-use device. You can make
Pl-
it in a trellis net."
Plus, the quality of the LEDs are very low. I mean, it's not a high
Right.
quality thing, but I mean, it gives you the direction to go for sure.
All right.
I mean, here's the thing: everything we're thinking of is somebody's thought of it. I imagine, you know what I mean. And that's
If
why I'm
someone's
like,
got any bit of enthusiasm in a workstation and you're like within a 3-hour drive from me, holler at me.
they're like,
I'll
Can
cut
Trooper,
you
where are
a
you
50/50.
located? Where are you
Southeast
located?
Wisconsin,
Oh,
right
okay.
next to Lake Michigan.
Yeah, I'm over in Oregon. That's kind of a drive.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a drive for me.
Oh yeah.
I do know this place that delivers. It's called Amazon.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
called Amazon. Yeah, I heard of
Yeah.
those guys.
Yeah, they deliver.
They're
See,
talking about-
Honestly, though, that's
I don't want to hurt myself with something and like chop the tip of my finger off because I can't see good. And my dad, he has all these skills and knowledge for a lot of stuff we're talking about. He would have been all into the drill conversation last night, but
Did he?
he all of a sudden, he'll like
Cool time.
unlearn something if I ask him to do what he knows how to do, but apply it to cannabis. Like I'm like, let's build a grow room. He'll like forget how to frame a wall because it has to do with building a grow room. I'm like, Dad, come on, what the hell are you doing? But no, if I tell him this idea, he's like, it sounds like a whole lot of money to me. I'm like, you don't have any money. You know, so.
go check out those little strip lights. They're like, you can get them for $15-20 on Amazon
Yeah, they're cheap.
and build a little prototype and see if it's going to work out for you. If not, you're only out what, $20?
Whose garden am I going to test it on now? Huh?
Right.
Hey, now that's your problem.
Yeah, don't you have
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, so I might
Yours?
as well stop at Home Depot, get some goddamn habanero peppers.
Oh, dude. Have you ever had habanero martinis before? My God, those are good. Oh, man. You take a pineapple and you take a habanero and you put it in like some Grey Goose and you let it sit for a couple days.
That's pepper spray.
Oh, man, it's so good. It is so good. It makes me want to have one right now.
When I
Back-
was in the
that kind of
military,
sounds like one of those drinks that'll burn you twice, man.
Oh, it doesn't burn. No, it doesn't. It just has an excellent. It's good shit. I should. Those are my drinking days. I haven't done that. We used to play poker and drink, which you shouldn't do. By the way, because you're going to lose sooner or later, depending on which. Just depends on how far you go into it. So, you're going to lose. It's cost me a lot of money. I've spent thousands of dollars learning to play poker, and I don't really play anymore. But that's back when I drank and was kind of in the little bit more aggressive stage of my life. What are you showing me there, Green Fingers?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out myself.
The
Show
night
me.
vision camera. There's a little night vision
Oh, cool.
with the speaker or microphone and the battery.
Cool.
And then you
How
got
does
so you put the card in there. Stop barking, Goofy.
Who wants to be on the show?
He wants to beat up his big cousin. He's little bullies all the time.
Okay.
damn, bro, you got a herd.
No shit.
I got a pack, bro. It's 13. There was 16 of us before, but
Wow, that's funny.
I
Yeah.
got two, and that's a
I
lot.
got to.
Like I got
Yeah.
two cats, 2 rabbits, 19 chickens, but that was a lot of dogs, bro.
Oh yeah, I made them all myself. Just not myself. They made
You
themselves.
made them all yourself?
That's the dad.
Dude.
No, that's what I'm specifying. That's like the grandpa.
Hey, I thought you were in California, brother, not Alabama.
Oh man, I live in California. You can do that stuff, man.
Oh, that was not
When you're left alone
politically
out in the
correct.
middle of the desert, you can feed your own dog.
That's right. You are out there in the
Blowing outside.
in the desert. So
Mm. The dirty desert. Stop, Pooh. That's very loud.
dude, you got your dog food bill's got to be outrageous.
It's all right. Sometimes I don't even know where it is. Where is it? Where is it? They eat the cheap shit. They usually catch their own food out here, rabbits or whatever, and they get it in
That's
my
good.
trash. Sometimes like fucking 3 seconds. 3 seconds, and they get up here and start taking my sushi out.
Do they eat scorpions and
Yeah, they.
black widows?
Yeah, like all the time. They just run out there whenever they see a black widow. They run out there and take it out the fucking thing like it's a game. I'm like, dude, you're gonna get bit, stung, or whatever they do. I think they sting, right? They don't bite. Yeah, so I'm like, you're gonna get stung, bro. So this is the same shit. This is the inside of it. That's the outside. That's what it looks like. Cool.
That's night vision.
Yeah,
How well's it work?
they work pretty decent.
Good resolution and all that, or
That little ring
Yeah.
of the infrared, so that makes it so you can see it that night. So that's a pretty decent spread around it.
well, I asked because we were talking about the tools the other night. I had 10 grand worth of tools taken out of the truck one night, and it was under cameras that
man.
were supposedly night vision, but they weren't good enough to pick up the license plate. So I was kind of looking for something that,
Two of
might
these
be
20 bucks.
resolution.
2 of these are probably less than $20 now. These were $20 for 2 of these like fucking a year ago. So yeah, I used to wear them when I went to the grocery store just to like have my trip. Cause I used to walk to the grocery store, so like I'd walk there and I'd carry all this stuff home. So it was like badass to see like how much meat I'd carry home each time. That sounds gross. I feel that different. See how much produce and stuff I'd bring home. Yeah.
You need to get a 4K active cam that's got IR night vision.
Will that pick up license plates and shit?
Yeah, the 4K will get it.
All right, cool.
You just have to have like a really big storage essentially for that video.
Yeah, we had like 5 different angles of that vehicle when they broke into the truck, and the tail lights and the headlights washed all the visibility out of the license plate out. So you can clearly tell it's a red Jeep Cherokee, but you can't tell the plate. So no plate, no crime, in California.
Yeah, so with the 4K, even if it washes it out, you'll be able to go back afterwards with editing and frame it out to be able to get it.
Perfect. Okay. That's what I need.
when I was I was a commercial diver, and I did ROVs, remote operated vehicles. I would pilot them and was a technician for them. So we would use the 4K cameras, and the older cameras that were before that, they would wash out light. So our engineers, like when we do inspections with the ROVs, they'd be like, I can't even see this. Like, I just spent all this money for this project and I have to do a presentation based off of the information off this video. Like, what the fuck? So we got 4K cameras.
Nice. Okay. And it took care of all that, huh? Perfect.
Totally did.
Venus raising his hand, or is he doing the smiley slide?
Angus?
That was an alert lookup. Yeah.
Here in the headlights.
His eyes were funny. It made me laugh.
Man, Cannon Trooper, you're dropping some killer technical information here tonight. That's good stuff. I like that. Where to get the 4Ks? I mean, you know, the 4K, that's good information.
Yeah, you got me onto the solar solenoid idea. I mean, where you been?
Tearing stuff apart.
Yeah, you can.
I'm always around, dude.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm always fiddling. I think growers kind of are little tinkerers, you know. I mean, they like to fiddle around, do it yourselfer types, right? You know, a lot of guys I notice that are in the trades that can actually know what a screwdriver is, you know, stuff like that. They have a tendency to be pretty good growers.
Because that's a good release and just quiet, calm, you don't have to stress on anything kind of a situation. So it counteracts the day for those people in the trades, you know.
I like the pressure of having like all the responsibility on you, and just it's all up to you. Like, no one else is there. It's just your job. You have to do it from start to finish. And if you fail, you fail. Like, it's you.
Yeah, there's no team.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
It's me, motherfucking M-E, not team. I don't know how to spell that. So I can't do it.
And you're also
Yeah.
rewarded to the amount of effort you put in as well. You want to race, go look in the mirror and talk to that guy and tell him to get off his ass a little more. And,
Exactly.
You
know,
shit.
it works for me. Plus, you can never. For me too, it's like that's why I like poker. A lot of stuff that it's unsolvable. You're never going to master it. I mean, it's always going to be something new, and that's the great thing I find here when I come and hang out with you guys. Is, dude, I'm always picking shit up, and so it's great. I mean, you never you stop learning. Maybe the day they nail the coffin lid down, but even then, with our immortality, I'm sure we come back for another round.
Right.
Let me do it
Hey,
again.
Cannon Trooper, I got something to ask you. Go ahead and take that hit. I'm going to ask you.
Let me get
Okay.
a notepad.
That's the second time you did that tonight, Johnny.
That's good, huh? Yeah. I don't want him to miss out on his hit, dang it, just because I'm asking a question. So basically, if you were to have a metal frame that was like riveted together so it wouldn't come apart, you know, so it's fastened, or even like an aluminum solder, like solder in a frame together. How could you do something up in the air so that it would transfer a frequency through that, so it would resonate through the tent? That's my theory right there.
So you would want the individual pieces to be fastened.
Yes, because I don't want the vibration going on. I want it to be a unit. You know what I'm
So
saying?
but that's what I'm saying is like you don't want it to be welded. You don't want to tack weld. You don't want to solder it. You don't want to any of that. You want to just
Gotcha.
fasten it, and you want to have a counterclockwise screw, so that way when it
So it doesn't vibrate out.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So left tight.
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
because it's if you have one the other way, it'll just vibrate, fall apart, and you'll hear it rattling before it falls apart eventually. But if you have it the counterclockwise one, it'll be tighter as it vibrates, and it'll be
Okay.
it'll hold the vibration throughout the whole fixture.
It'll make it more of a true resonance, right?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
maybe I'm
No.
there at that point of the night, but or maybe I misunderstood the question. But I literally thought of the underground city Darren Kuyu. I don't know if anyone knows that.
Right.
I'm going to the Ancient Aliens ballpark now.
Right.
But they have a major complex that's in the center of that thing, and you can be like whispering. You can be like, and the way that the building is made, it resonates sound perfectly. So yeah, it's like acoustically made. I don't know what kind of genius thought that one up, but could there be, everyone's thinking of a tent that's like square dimensions or rectangular, but what if you made something growing enclosure that's made to have like acoustics bounce off of it? Perfect. Like an
That might
amphitheater.
work. Yeah, that might work because you look at like symphony halls and places like that, and they're all built for the acoustics. So there might be something to the shape of it, I don't know.
Yep. Theaters, all that stuff. It is kind of,
Right.
like that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if you did those like really dope monastery, cathedrals, temples, I'm pretty sure if you grew weed up inside there, it'd be some really next level type shit. But a lot of those places, they're not going to let you fucking put cannabis plants in their raised beds. So
That'd be cool.
yeah.
I always buy a church. An
Probably-
old church.
Probably a
The
few of them up
touch.
for sale now, I would say.
Yeah.
Do you think a plant would grow in a rice paddy?
Probably.
I did a hydro grow, but it was like sitting on top of bubbling water the whole time, and it died like 3/4 of the way through. But it had a couple of accidents.
Died like how? Like just fell over dead, or
Accidents, how? Like,
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
what kind of accident?
something like some other, like a pollen or something, and then it ended up with like maybe like 20 different accidents. But basically, like the entire flowering life, or 3/4 of the flowering life, was spent inside of a fish pond on top of bubbling water, with the roots constantly wet, and it made it through and it died on the branch,
Well, the
But
spring
there's-
hunters found
Might
I've
try.
seen the exact opposite results. My buddy's surrounded by keef. He's growing in some kind of whole crazy contraption where he's got like a flood and drain table on the bottom, and he's growing with like cloth around the pots where the holes would come out, and he's got aeration stones inside that table. So he's basically like it's an aerated sip container, basically, and the plants are blasting out and he's basically been able to skip the first two container sizes. Like normally when you'd get roots coming out of, I don't know, 5-inch square pot or a little red cup, he's able to get that like in 2 days in a 5-gallon
Oh, well.
pot.
And then would he throw that into soil?
Yep,
Or he
it's
just-
soil. It's soil.
Whoa.
It's totally organic soil.
I would like to
It's
smoke that.
similar to a dual zone aquaponics setup, but there's no fish. It's just aerated water.
Whoa. I mean, this plant basically failed, except for it lasted long enough to make like a bunch of accidents, you know, like 20 accidents.
Hmm.
I didn't even smoke it. It looked so unattractive, but the parentage was awesome.
So do you say it just got flooded out?
No, it was like like I wanted to see if it could last sitting on top of the airstone inside of this like clayish dirt, and it was like a foot tall or 12 inches or 8 inches tall or something like that, and just like a little soldier. And it had like a few buds going along the side, and they didn't really like form perfectly, but all of the like there was like 20 seeds, and they all look like they're viable, but they spent their entire life growing in this fish pond. So I was just wondering, like, I wonder how that's going to affect the end result, and if somebody like had those and they did aquaponics or they did hydro, if that would alter like their end results, because the thing like spent its entire life basically that was in flower making those seeds in water, and it never left the water. Like it was always wet.
It had to be.
It's an interesting concept.
Because you think about like the deep water culture and all that, where they, throw an air stone in the bottom of a reservoir, and you got a net pot with your rock wool and the plant in there, and that they're in the water 24/7.
Yeah, I tried that once and it didn't work out for me. But I mean,
I did an experiment with a couple of air pumps, and I had a 5-gallon pot, and I used dirt or soil, and what I did is I put a circular, like a bleed line for water, I guess you could say, and I put that down below, and then I put a second one midway, and that was pumping air down at two different sections of the inside the pot. And I cranked that baby up to full blast, and I filled that thing up with water, and it went for about 2.5 months, and then it started having issues. So basically, what I was thinking was happening is it started getting anaerobic or something, and I needed to change out the water, and I didn't think about that, so I ended up killing the plant.
That could very well be, because if you're in the soil like that with all that water, it could very well create its own toxins.
Yeah, so I think that's what happened. It was doing really good at first, and it was thriving, and then it got to a point where it just took a complete turn and ended up dying. So I kind of suspected that I kind of poisoned it in a way.
and you had like those nasty, stinky roots.
Well, I didn't really smell a whole lot of stuff, but it must have been to a point where it wasn't enjoying what was going on in there. Even the air flowing in there wasn't enough to keep it agitated enough to keep it in good health anyway. So I needed to actually change out the whole water system of it. And I actually had a drain at the bottom where I could have done that, but I didn't think about it at the time. I just thought I'd killed it, so I ended up tossing it out and dumping the dirt.
2 months in the same water without being changed. Whoa.
Yeah. It lasted a long time.
That might be one to try again and change that water on like a weekly or a bi-weekly basis. See what that results with, because if it went for that long on one thing of water, you never know what that's going to do on fresh, clean water all the time.
Yeah, and that was the majority of the medium in it was peat moss and a soil mixture at that point, because peat moss was more absorbent, kind of. So that's kind of my thoughts on it when I put that stuff together. I'd seen something online on YouTube that I thought I wanted to try, so I put it together, gave it an effort, and it didn't go anywhere, you know. But it might be something to look at, you know, have a second look.
Yeah, that very well sounds like it could have been just a water issue.
Well, now
You know,
that I've been growing for a little bit, I can kind of, and hearing what people talk about anaerobic and all that kind of stuff, I just kind of figured that's probably what happened. It got anaerobic in there and it was more toxic for the plant than anything.
Yeah, like your water couldn't hold oxygen.
Or, yeah, it just got to a point where it was just depleted of something, you know, that it had nothing of, and it just died off. Because it just completely just wilted over, you know, and died at that point.
I bought O2 Grow, that electrolysis machine that gets like 20% dissolved oxygen in the water or something like that. And it did, like, it worked like with my theory of if I overwatered and I watered it with that, like it wouldn't go and get all shocked and messed up. But it broke early. So it's kind of like, oh wow, like it's not worth $100-something to only last a couple of months.
Oh yeah.
But it kept it from getting like shocked, and I overwatered the shit out of it, and it got rain, and then I would do like an oxygen rich brew, and then just dump it on the roots right away, and it wouldn't shock out, rot out.
These have been living in water for fun. We got roots now.
Have any of you guys seen any of the advertisements for elm root?
no.
It's an additive that they put in, and it just makes your roots go crazy.
So it's supposed to be like super thrive.
It's not super thrive, no. But I don't know. But they say it's completely organic, and I'm wondering what the heck. What's that about? Because they put it into the water when they're watering, and it makes the roots just go like, you know,
There's
super
a
crazy.
there's a couple of things that I've had like that, but they're really fucking expensive. Roots Excalibur from House and Garden, and Voodoo Juice from Advanced Nutrients. If you use both of those in conjunction, the Roots Excalibur gives you more roots, and then the Voodoo Juice makes those roots, instead of like skinny little whatever wispy roots, they make them like fat spaghetti noodles.
Whoa. But the Voodoo Juice isn't organic.
Oh, it's organic. I hate to name drop Israel again. Here goes Israel, named one more time. But no, it's a special culture of bacteria. The whole gimmick was Advanced Nutrients. They can't test their product on cannabis because at that time it wasn't legal in Canada. The only place in the world where it was legal to like manufacture nutrients based upon cannabis plants was Israel. So Advanced Nutrients developed a certain subtilis strain of bacteria, Bacillus subtilis, whatever the fuck. But it's supposed to, have some, whatever whatever the fuck with cannabis roots in particular, where none other do. It's like a
and are thicker roots better?
I have no idea. I would think that it's just like, a bigger vascular system. You can imagine like a pipe that can have like X, or like a gauge of wire. You know, it's just whatever amount of things can flow through it based on its size. More can flow through it if it's bigger, right?
But I mean,
That actually wasn't what I was gonna. Yeah, my bad. I didn't want to bring up those two nutrient companies
Yeah.
or their products at all, but
I know they don't
I did want to
sponsor.
say I watched a cool video. I'm gonna have to try and find it now. It's like days or maybe weeks old that I have it in my Hangouts messages, but it's maybe it's just propaganda from China. But a lot of people
No.
don't really pay attention to what China is doing. A lot of stuff where you should be afraid that they're innovating faster than we are. Well, anywho, they grow a
What are
lot
you
of rice.
saying? That the Japanese had like a list of like a deck of cards, and they went into China looking for all of these people who were opposing the um, the revolution, the Sun Yat-sen movement. Is that what and you're saying that World War II was like this gigantic farce, of just other countries
Oh my God! Well, I'm
putting
not
out
gonna get.
enemy
You're gonna have
lists and
to.
stuff?
I'm gonna have to start up my own stream and like make my
I
own
know.
show to talk about that. But what I will say is China, they grow a lot of rice. We were just talking about rice, right? Someone mentioned rice just 5 to 15 minutes ago. Anywho, these Chinese scientists had a problem with leaf hoppers. Leaf hoppers, they actually are a pest for cannabis. A lot of trouble fighting leaf hoppers with their cannabis plants outdoors in a lot of parts of the country. Well, they have the same problem in China with their rice. Okay, I don't know if anyone is a fan of linalool, the terpene, lavender. It's most predominant terpene lavender. It's present in a lot of Afghani cannabis cultivars. It's very
great,
floral.
but
yeah. Well,
warn people before you smoke them with it, because like my brother has seizures if he gets around lavender, and I know there's a lot of other people who have seizures, and lavender will trigger seizures.
Okay, well, he's not going to like any bit of what I'm about to say.
Oh,
so these leaf hoppers, they have a chemical in them. Now, here's the symbiotic. That's the word I couldn't think of. I was thinking some code word. No, I meant symbiotic. Okay, sorry, I just got distracted by that. The symbiotic thing with the leaf hoppers. Okay, should I continue on, or did what you just posted, Canada Trooper? Does that have to do with what I'm talking about?
No, he was.
No,
saying
Canada
it
Troopers hopped out.
Oh,
Yeah, he said he
there
was
I go.
hopping out. I was gonna say that. Yeah, go ahead.
I put him to sleep. Fuck. Okay. Anyways, the leaf hoppers, they got a chemical in them. Now, it's a symbiotic relationship that benefits rice. The enemy of your enemy is your friend. Okay, now rice, it gets attacked by these leaf hoppers, but the leaf hoppers, they get attacked by these wasps. So the rice really likes these wasps because leaf hopper comes, and then maybe if the wasps come, it's not that big of a problem. So anywho, the Chinese scientists were studying this, and they did it in a lab that was completely controlled where no wasps could get in. And they
I don't buy that.
Okay, Chinese, okay, Mexicans and Alabamans. Anyways, okay, whatever. The COVID, the Kung flu, China virus, Chinese finger traps and faulty fireworks. Okay, anyways, so they found this chemical that's present inside the leaf hoppers, and that's what the wasps were attracted by. They could smell this chemical, kind of like sweat, like the leaf hopper sweat. So they isolated this compound and fed it to the rice plants. And the rice plants made this super high elevated, like fucking pushing whatever on the terp charts, linalool. They just started cranking out the linalool. And the linalool killed all the leaf hoppers. They didn't even need the wasps present. So that's another thing along there with glow in the dark trellis nets. if I can figure out how to get that chemical out of leaf hoppers, we can grow cannabis with higher elevated amounts of linalool.
Leaf hoppers for I got hella leaf hoppers right now.
Well, what you want to do is, that's why we need potent ponics, because I heard him rattling off something where I don't know if he knew what he knew when he was talking about it, but something that they run into problems in Africa. They make like IMO, fermented rice thing. So he was talking about grinding up grasshoppers or some other insect that they have a problem
I
with,
heard that.
and integrating it into the IMO.
Yeah.
So you could do it in a science lab with chemicals, solvents, and all that kind of stuff to like isolate, make a 99.9% pure isolated form of this chemical that's in the leaf hoppers. Or I'm pretty sure you could do the exact same thing that he's already doing with the IMO in Africa, but instead use leaf hoppers with whatever insect he's using. It'll bioaccumulate and make it into a readily uptakeable form for the plants. So anyways, you spray this leaf hopper IMO on your cannabis plants, and theoretically, unless I'm a complete idiot, they're going to make more linalool. Linalool.
Have you grown lavender?
No, I haven't grown lavender because if I was going to grow lavender, it's a high altitude thing. The higher altitude you grow lavender in, you lower the camphor. Camphor, it's stinky. You don't want camphor in your lavender.
I mean, you're like the strain lavender.
Oh, the strain lavender from Soma. I've smoked a lot of it, never grown it myself.
Oh, I used to have the cut back when I was bad at taking care of stuff. It was pretty sweet.
Yep, I like it. But I mean, it's one of those things where it got the name. It's kind of like the mimosa mentioned way back earlier. Johnny, you're smelling orange juice and champagne. That's mimosa. Same as with Soma's lavender. It tastes and smells like lavender.
What is mimosa? Derby poison?
I think clementine and something, right? It was someone already mentioned the genetics earlier. Like clementine.
Derby land race? Because there was
Oh,
always this thing.
clementine and purple punch, I believe. That's mimosa.
I heard Purple Punch was a disappointment. You know, like a lot of people were hyped on it.
I've had good and bad purple punch. I've had purple punch that I literally wasn't impressed with at all. And then I had purple punch that reminded me of the first time I ever had purple kush. I'm like, is purple punch just more kush? But apparently not.
I had New York Purple Diesel. That stuff was epic. I have a purple Kush cross somewhere. That's a peppery terp, right?
I've had that too. Subcool's The Void or Purple Apollo super nails it dead on. It's like a 50-50 terpene expression between black pepper and grape. If people like the grape, whatever that grape terpene is, grape Laffy Taffy, grape soda, grape Skittles or sweet tarts, whatever that artificial grape flavoring
But it
is.
was an Apollo cross.
Yep, it's an Apollo. It's Apollo 13 in Corkle.
I wrote a 6-page rant about taking better precautions when sending the last of a seed pack, like because I always buy somehow the last pack from these companies and then they send it horribly. Like the worst way that they could send it is the last fucking pack. And then they're all like, oh, we'll give you some freebies and stuff. I'm like, I wanted that fucking last pack. Like you don't understand my luck with hitting it on the first seed. Like you just like ruined my whole thing. And it's gone, man. It's gone. I can send it to you sometime. To all the big seed banks and everybody that I could think of at the time. Might even be like posted on a forum somewhere.
Cheers, happy 420, everybody.
Happy
Yeah.
420.
Time to party. Smoke that
Okay,
pipe.
I'll come back
Hit
on
that
cam
joint.
to do a little dab here.
Get that phone loaded up. That damn
Hey,
rig. Dab rig.
I've been here the whole time.
There we go. Cheers, everybody.
Hey, Eagle, did you ever grow the Void / Purple Apollo?
No.
Very tasty, underestimated at its time. Of course, I wouldn't say overappreciated, but appreciated now. If anyone's got some packs of the Purple Apollo, pop them.
I was smoking Apollo 11, and I just wanted. It was like a 5-day rant of just all kinds of shit. I vaguely remember it. I just remember smoking it and then writing a whole bunch of stuff, but I can't remember anything that I wrote.
Genius is basically the fundamental backbone of why Vortex to me was my best strain that I've ever smoked. And
Really, I was gonna buy Vortex back in the day, and then I didn't buy it because I heard some cool, like, had great terps, but all of his strains were like renowned for extreme anxiety, unless you got like Jilly Bean.
I didn't get that. See, now the reason I liked Vortex because it was the best sativa high without the anxiety. Like if I smoke Super Silver Haze, that's like Superman's kryptonite. That makes me super unfunctional. Like I'll just isolate myself and not talk to anyone until I feel better. But
What about
I don't
91 Chem?
99 what?
91 Chem?
Oh, 91 Chem? No, that's one of my favorites.
Oh, right there, yeah.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Yeah. No, Super Silver Haze is probably my least favorite strain of all time. Everyone's got one least favorite strain, so. Yeah. I'll pass on some Super Silver Haze.
Depending on the season, it was one thing, and then the next season it was like too radical for me, and I had like the wrong kind of overthought. But it wasn't as bad as smoking this one Afghan, where I just thought like everybody wanted to kill me and shit. And my friends just like, dude, like that, it's just the weed. It's just the weed. I was like, holy shit. But Afghan Kush is like a perfect chill high for me. But I couldn't smoke this other Afghan, which was like supposedly like the big industry cut of Afghan. It just made me like erratic as fuck. I want that woody, piney, fruity, eucalyptus thing going on. And that's a pretty good headspace. Like Hindu Kush and Afghan Kush and Jordan of Isles, Dutch Tree, several others. They're all like with a similar terpene profile, and they all have this same awesome here and now, clear high, no anxiety or overthought.
This is the infamous Coco.
Like Coco Marrow. I have a friend who's growing out a Coco Marrow something. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, remember we were talking about it the other day. Remember?
That's the breeder.
What's the breed?
No, that's the breeder, right? That's the breeder dog. That's the one that comes back.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's a different dad every time. Oh
Yeah.
shit, that hurt.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I've been doing something like the cubing from Brothers Grimm, but then I use a different pheno of the base, the plant that I really like, and I'm just using like a different pheno with each cross, and then it has a different out parent. But it all has like, so it's like rebuilding a land race with all of its different phenos and then different out parents that I like. It came out really good so far. We just like some Shanghai, and it was fucking awesome. And I thought it was gonna suck because it was cut early, and like it was cut like a week ago, and I got the fast dry, and it had a little bit of mold or something, and it had a good, pretty smooth everything for it being shittily trimmed and having little bits of leaf in there and being like a week old and not even be chlorophylled. I was like, what? I was pretty happy, and I got to smoke it with a bunch of like big industry dudes. It's the first joint that I ever smoked of it, and they were all like, "Oh," like pretty stoked on it. So I was like, "Yes." Yeah.
So just because I see him in chat, this is actually Smoking Girl Fraser just got a couple pups from me. And this is the mom. This is the mom smoking. I don't know if you have guys see the mom.
You're smoking the mom?
No, she's a smoking mom.
Yeah. Smoking Girl Fraser. This is the mom to the puppies he got. I'm not smoking.
She's got that Yoda ear pattern right there when I'm looking at her. Straight out. Yeah.
Okay. Like either Yoda or the Gremlin from the old Bugs Bunny cartoons. When it leveled out its ears, that kind of look like airplane wings.
Yeah. My dog's got the floppy ears.
I mean, lucky dog. Then it can shield itself from the loud sounds and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that? Huh.
I mean, like if we had floppy ears, then loud sounds wouldn't be as
Well, I
bad.
wonder if you're onto something, because a lot of people crop their ears for pit bulls, and mine has floppy ears, and he's not afraid of thunder or fireworks.
Yeah, my dog's not afraid of lightning and fireworks and stuff like it. It bothers him, but it doesn't freak him out.
Dude, my dog farts. If he farts too loud, my dog freaked out.
Oh wow!
But then again, like you see me over here walking him with a flashlight. I mean, he's that dumb. He's chasing the damn Lila around the yard.
I was wondering what the heck was going on over there. So that's actually going on right now, huh? You got your dog out there running around getting some exercise. That's good. That's good. I used to laser my dog all over my house.
Oh, this thing, like, if he sees, I can't have the reflection off my phone screen without the dog, like, trying to smash his face into the wall trying to get it.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's a light warrior. He doesn't like that stuff, huh? Can't get it.
Oh, he loves it.
Yeah.
He's got to get it. Like he knows he's chasing the flashlight, but he just doesn't care.
I had a dog that used to go nuts over a hose. Whenever I start spraying the water on the yard, it would come over there and get right in the way and almost drown, you know, and trying to bite the water. It was just
Yeah.
too funny.
No, you know what's
Cracked me
funny is this guy right here is afraid of the hose, but when I take him out to the desert, he has to drink out of the Camelback. Like I blow air into it, and it's
Interesting.
like a little hose, and that's the only way he'll drink.
Interesting. What kind of dog is he?
Half lab, half pit,
Okay.
and 100% retarded.
No way. I was thinking with a lab and a pit mix, he'd be pretty smart. But you're saying he's stupid.
Oh, dude, he's dumber than dirt.
So he's not just really stubborn. That's what my dog does.
No, we got this storm door, right? This right here is it's glass. Okay,
Mhm.
so I have to keep a chair blocking the door so that he can't push on it. Because what he'll do is the reflection from the patio light will hit that door, and it will swing a reflection all the way across the yard. Well, the dog knows that reflection is coming from the door, so he'll headbutt the door to make it swing so he can.
That's funny.
So when you tapped on the glass there, is your wife asleep? Did she come and answer the door?
Hold on here, technical difficulties.
This one's Buddy.
That's Buddy.
Oh,
Yeah, he's cutie.
Did you remember
He's a little
a while
bigger.
back ago? This was the one that had the eye injury. Remember his eye popped out?
Oh,
Yeah.
Poppins,
Said it
like
might
the
be
dog
like
from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Poppins. Pop
so
his eye
you,
back
you
in.
put the eye back in?
Yeah.
Yeah, we took him. I didn't. We took him to the vet. He popped that fucker back in here, but he doesn't seem to even be blind. No problem with vision at that side. So I don't know.
Was that the same dog that likes the Mendo Dope song?
No, that's his dad. There's another one floating around. Bubba. I got two boys, fucking Bubba, Buddy, and Little Buddy. All three boys. That's my three boys.
Bubba's cool. He likes the Mendo Dope songs, man. He's cool. I like that guy. He's a cool guy. Which one's the biggest one out of the group?
Probably there's a Bubba, probably, or there's another one. There's another girl. I got Lola. She's probably the bigger girl. There's a few.
Man,
There's a few. Oh, you want to see? I don't think I've ever showed you. Remember I told you the story about the one that got away and actually ran away and got picked up. We found her like a month later. She had ran through the woods and shit. She was lost in the
oh
woods.
yeah, yeah,
You want to see her?
yeah.
Oh,
She's doing okay.
Yeah.
Fuck
Rehabilitated.
yeah, dog. Well,
Hey, what were you saying, Johnny, when I was talking about the door? I dropped my phone off the patio.
Well, I was saying, is your wife asleep right now, or are you knocking on the door? Is she gonna come and answer it?
Oh no, she's actually trying to stay awake right now. Her
Okay.
job, they switch shifts every few months, so she's trying to prep for her new shift. She goes to a night shift this week, so she's trying to stay awake for that. So I'm not gonna wake her up.
Oh, good,
Smoking
good
Grow
deal.
Fraser, this is how your girl will end up looking right here. She'll be smaller, but she'll look like her. This is little Daisy.
Yeah, she's cute. Little two-toner, huh?
Oh man, this girl right here, actually, if you haven't heard the story, she got lost and she went through the Huron National, she got lost in the Huron, basically where I'm at, Huron National Forest. And a couple days after she was gone, we got a snowstorm. It was like 12 fucking inches, man. And we kind of, because of the snow and everything, had lost a little bit of hope. But, we put out, on the internet, she was lost and all that. And like I said, a month later, some hunters fucking 15, 20 miles away found her in the woods and brought her out to the nearest house thinking she was lost from that house. And luckily that house had seen her on a post from a local, lost and found type thing.
Yeah.
And called the number and here she is.
Wow. And she
Yeah.
was, I'm sure she had wolf shock.
Oh man, she slept with her when we got her back. She slept with her eyes open for almost like a month and a half, 2 months.
Wow.
They're all at my feet.
Hey, did your local news station hit
Here's
you up for a
Lola.
story about
This one's
that?
Lola. Let's see here. This is Lola. She's a good girl. I'm home alone, so they all want my attention. They're like, "Where's everybody at?" So, no, she's the biggest one out of all of them.
Yeah, she
I
looks like she
seen
might
in,
have a little
I
bit
think it
on
was
them.
New York. I think I seen in New York a dog got lost. And it was like miles and miles and miles away from its owners, but it got caught by someone that made like YouTube drone videos. Right. And they just so happened to notice a dog and then just tried to, do the right thing and find out if anyone was looking for it. But yeah, it was like real far away from home. And I think, like I said, like gone for like a whole month.
There's been stories about dogs that like the people move or bail out or whatever and leave the dog behind, and the dog follows them to like, LA to Chicago.
Yeah, and how the heck did they find him?
Right.
You know?
And why? You're right. And you would think if the dog ran that far to find you, he's gonna be a little pissed off you made him run that far and left him behind.
Yeah, there would be some ankle biting going on after that shit.
Right.
I wouldn't even went home. I would have just been like, fuck that. I'm finding some new place to go. Fuck those assholes. Leave me? Fuck it.
Yeah.
So loyalty to somebody who don't show loyalty back. What the hell? What the hell, man?
That's how I got this guy. He was abandoned in Rosarito.
I thought you were gonna say you left him. I thought you were gonna say, yeah, I
No.
left him. He followed me back. That's how I got him.
No, somebody that my wife works with a rescue, and they had a bunch of dogs that they found down in Rosarito Beach, Mexico, and we're like, oh, let's go look at them, see if we want one. We got over there to look at them. I'm like, okay, I want both. So we ended up with two instead of one, which is weird because same litter, same everything. They're brothers and they're completely different.
Yeah, there was one time I was at an apartment complex. We were doing some maintenance on it, and this pit bull comes running. It's just a puppy. It couldn't have been more than maybe 3 months old, 4 months old tops. So just a puppy. And but the thing about it is it had such beautiful color. It was like a grayish blue, the whole thing, and it was just gorgeous. And it was just running around in Vegas downtown, So we found somebody to take it in within the complex.
Mm. You know, that's funny because when I was living out in Vegas, I found a dog south of you, down in Jean, where the old Nevada
Is it
landing
big
used to be.
rat
There's
there?
that shell station. I
Like
found a dog roaming around there.
Where was that at?
It turned out to be a good dog. The shell station down there at in Jean, going towards Prim.
Okay. Right. Just out in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, somebody abandoned
Yeah.
it right there and ended up, taking him home. And one of the best dogs I ever had.
I wonder if it didn't get out of someone's car and just bolt. You know what I'm saying?
That's a possibility because well, you know the area I'm talking about, right?
I do. Yes.
Down there where Gold Strike and Nevada Landing. Yeah, so it was over by the shell station where
area.
Nevada Landing used to be. Yeah. Well, there's that little spot right there where the truckers pull in at night. So I'm wondering if maybe it escaped out of somebody's truck. But that was the best dog I ever had.
Yeah, cool. At least they found a home,
My
Most
dog got
definitely.
off the leash a couple nights ago in the middle of the night. Just took him out for the last time at night to go pee pee. And then he wanted to go for a around the block walk, and I'm pulling him back in the house, and his collar popped off. Started to run through the neighborhood, and my dad came outside and tried to track him down. And then he got to the corner of the house, the corner of the block, and my dad was in bare feet. And he got pissed off and turned around. And he came back. And he's like, "Oh, your dog fucking ran away." And he came back inside, and he was pissed. And I can hear him like cursing inside. And then while he was inside, dog walks right up to me. I'm sitting on the porch. And he walks right up to me. And I could still hear my dad coming back towards the door, cursing. And he's like, "Oh, let's find the fucker." And he's like, "Oh, he's right there."
You know, it's funny. Mine, I
solved.
cannot put them on a leash.
Yeah.
I can't walk
My
my dog
dog-
through a leash.
He loves the leash. If I take the leash out, he knows he's going
He
somewhere.
won't go outside without it. I can open
He will
the
not
door.
go
and he
off
won't
my
go outside.
porch. Yeah. He will not leave the yard without the leash on. And he knows better. And it's funny, one time I thought I'd lost him. My front gate was open. Somebody came by, knocked on the door, and left my gate open. And I thought for sure my dog was gone. And I looked all over through the house, all over the yard, nowhere. Drove around the neighborhood, got one of my friends to help me look for him. You know where that little bastard got up underneath the trailer and got stuck. But since I taught him not to bark, he didn't bark to let me know he was under there.
I didn't teach my dog not to bark, but he only barks at night if someone comes to the door or in his sleep. I mean, he'll accidentally bark. He's sleeping. He doesn't know what he's doing. He'll bark in his sleep or if someone comes to the door at night. Otherwise, he never barks. He'll yelp and like whine and cry, but never ruff ruff or woof bark.
Right.
Hey, can you
Yeah,
guys-
mine does that too.
You guys see that sign right there? Can you read that?
Yep. Yeah.
What part of that says "Open the fucking gate, idiot"?
It says right there at the bottom in fine print, it says all Amazon and any packages, just walk on in. We need the
Right.
dogs in it. Something
I mean,
like that.
Beware of good times.
Can't not see it.
Beware of good times.
You can't not see that sign to open the gate. Yet these dumb fucks open my gate. You know, you're fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen too many movies just like that, man. I will not go into a yard with a dog in it.
No, and
Not
then
if, not if.
they hide in that tree. So you get up to the yard, and by the time you get to the front door, they're between you and the gate.
It's just like the Sandlot, right? They're going for the baseball.
Exactly.
The old monster comes out.
Yeah, but hey, at least in the Sandlot, there's only one of them. I got
Yeah,
two
they
of them.
Right?
They should have took their the sign from God. Remember the Omen when Benny the Jet Rodriguez knocked the guts out of that baseball? They should have
Exactly. They should. Yep. They should have called it the day at that moment right there instead of going to get the good ball.
Yeah.
Bad move.
They remade that movie and they totally destroyed it.
When they do
I'm pretty sure unless you're a serial killer, everyone I think ranks that as the greatest movie ever made.
Oh, that's a great movie. Yeah.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I've used that saying so many times.
I knew somebody who
Baby
used it, they
Ruth.
didn't know where it came from. I was like, do you know where that came from? They're like, you're killing me, Smalls. Like, fuck you. Like, watch the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, who was it that was saying they didn't see Office Space?
Yes.
Oh man, you gotta watch that.
No, Green 13.
That was me.
People.
That was you. Okay, I didn't want to call you
Yeah.
out.
Oh,
Yeah,
I wasn't looking
Green
at
yeah,
it.
13
I've
hadn't
never
seen
seen
it
it.
either. That's
Yeah,
probably
is it
where
right?
he's at tonight. He's probably laughing his ass off.
It's all
Yeah, right. This is a good one. You're
So,
watching G Grade 13. Cheers, brother.
yeah, you gotta watch that one, man. That's a classic.
it's on regular Hulu.
Oh, Requiem for a Dream. Who brought that one up?
Oh, somebody brought that up last night. That was Chow, I think.
Jolly brought it up last night.
Yeah. That is a great movie.
I
It's
never got
fucking-
into it because I never could understand how an office could be funny.
Oh, it's hilarious, dude.
Oh,
It's
Office
fucking
Space.
hilarious.
And his neighbor,
Yeah.
Beta. It's hilarious, man.
I'm doing the drywall up at that new McDonald's.
Yeah. What about the meeting with the Bobs? That's one of my favorite ones. He's like, I wouldn't say I've been missing that fucking whole fucking scene somewhere.
So explain your typical day. Well, I usually come in about 15 minutes late, sneak through the back door, pretend I do work for another hour, go to lunch. I take a nap. Yeah, that's a great flick, man. I'd say in any given week, I do about 3 hours of actual work.
It's hilarious. On any given week, 3 hours of work. Pretty
You have
sad.
to watch it.
That's a 40-hour week, right?
Yeah.
you must watch.
There's probably some
mandatory.
overtime in there too.
Yeah, you got to watch that one, Johnny. It's great.
Yeah, you'll love it. You'll really like it. It seems like it wouldn't be funny, but fucking.
It's one of those that, like, you'll watch it and then you'll see it on TV. You'll watch it again, and by the 10th, 12th, 15th time you've watched it again and again and again, it's still funny.
Yeah, I've got a few movies that I've been able to go back and watch a few times because I got a kick out of them.
40-year-old version was pretty good. I could watch that just last night. I stopped over and over.
Which one is it?
40-year-old version.
Oh, 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah,
You know,
Like
that's
big
another one.
bags of sand.
It's another one I haven't seen.
so much stupid shit.
You haven't seen that one either?
That's on
No.
Hulu too, I think.
There's so much stupid shit in there. It's just so stupid. It's so fucking.
And so
funny.
it's stupid funny then. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely B-rated comedy.
Like Grandma's Boy. It's fucking
Grandma's
stupid.
Boy.
Happy Gilmore was another favorite. Yeah, Grandma Boy. was good.
My rewatchable one is Kingpin.
I love it. Kingpin, I love
Yeah,
it.
that's
I've seen that one.
Such a lovable movie.
That one's got a
like,
bunch of great ones. I got a funny one on that one. We're sitting at a poker table one night, and these dudes playing poker with us, they're like fucking probably 400 pounds. The dude's sitting there eating spaghetti and it falls all over his shirt, right? He's wearing like a suit and, falls all over his shirt. My buddy looks up and he's all, man, I've never been surrounded by so many fine athletes in my entire life. Yeah,
Was
Johnny,
that
you gotta
bar
watch
from-
Office Space, man.
Yeah, it was
That's a classic.
Was it like a diversion?
I think it's what made me in love with the Amish folk. Much like the movie The Mask, Cameron Diaz made me a heterosexual.
So, couple
Talking
years
about
back,
a Cameron Diaz one, Something About Mary was one that killed me.
that's a
That
classic
was a-
too. Yeah,
That was
I've seen that so
freaking
many times.
hilarious. That movie, I almost split a
Did you
rib
see my
out of
baseball?
I'll rewatch a movie like enough to make most people go insane.
Yeah.
Like some of them like over 100 times.
I like
It's
that,
just
Idiocracy's another good one. I seen Jolly pointing out that's a free one on YouTube.
What's it called?
Another free one that fucking Idiocracy. That one's hilarious. That one make you have to-
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
And what's the oh, Pootie Tang. You guys ever say Pootie Tang?
man,
Yeah.
The Chris Rock movie?
that's hey.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a fucking book.
They were talking about that the other day in chat. All about that
I
Pootie
watched
Tang.
that last month. Yeah, last month I watched it again for like 1,000th time. I love that shit.
Yeah, I had a battle with somebody on Instagram because I was talking my version of Pootie Tang. Like if I was Pootie Tang and I made up my own words and shit, and they did not get down. But it was good. It was good, unless they were like probing because they were like, I want to see what this guy's gonna say next.
Was this also the same rant about how Apollo 11 sucks?
Oh no. It was the rap that I had was like I smoked Apollo 11, and then
You come in on Monday, you're not feeling well. Does anyone ever say to you, sounds like someone has a case on Mondays?
oh man,
No, man.
give me some 91 chem.
Shit, no. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that.
That's fun though. That's
No, my Apollo 11
you
rap
guys remember that scene right there?
slamming the industry for
Go ahead.
mishandling the last pack of a bunch of legendary dudes, and then their manager
Yeah.
of one of the biggest seed
Yeah.
companies. saying,
Jolly, I'll
"Oh,
one up you on there. I had one pack of Moonwalk from Bodhi Seeds, which is an Apollo 11 F3 male crossed to a Chem 3. Chem
Whoa.
3. Yeah,
I've never heard of Chem 3.
I know. It's not a lot of people hold on to the 3. It's kind of like the C, Chem C. Everyone's known about the D. If everyone knows about the Chem lineages, everyone knows about the Chem 91, Chem sister, and then usually the Chem 4.
Chem
But
4,
there
yeah.
is also a 3, and just like the D, there's also a C. The 3 and the C, a lot of people don't have the cuts of those. Well, Bodhi made these seeds in F3 Apollo 11 to a Chem C, and he named it Moonwalk. And I had a 10 pack of those seeds, or 10 or 11, whatever Bodhi does. And those were along with those confiscated seeds in the 2013 bust. So, ta-ta.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
sad.
some, yeah.
Lost some legends.
Yeah.
But I mean, they were trying to say that that dude Soma like wasn't like legendary, and I'm like, the guy's like an organic legend, you know.
Yeah, he's
It's,
one of my favorite people in the cannabis community.
I was getting Soma gear out here, not gear, but buds at a dispensary before I started growing. I enjoyed that. It's good stuff.
like grown by him.
Well, it was Soma brand,
Oh, fine.
you know, so I don't know if that was actually by him or not, but it was Soma, so it rang a bell to me. It was good stuff.
You think it was organic?
I don't know. At that time, I didn't understand a lot of that stuff.
Oh,
I was
really?
just a consumer. Yeah, I was just a consumer.
Because authentic Soma is like, he's like old school organics, you know, like he's been a big organic advocate in the when the
He was
industry
doing a super soil and coots mix before both of those.
Oh, boy. I mean that old coot, he's got a good mix.
No, I'm not. If I do organic again, it's going to be with the coots mix. So
It's like his mix, if you're gonna cross an imaginary line, is probably better than a lot of other shit that you could use, because the contaminants, man, it's not about like that bad day will happen, but it's like, if it does and they want to be an asshole, those contaminants are like a whole other thing.
yeah, the tastiest weed I've had was.
Is that the Sima brand right there? Is that his or?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, that's a 2A. That's no. Mm-mm. This is SOMA.
Okay.
Soma.
So they
Soma
did
seeds.
kind of like and this here was supposed to be this.
He's got. Go ahead.
This strain here was a Snow Days.
Yeah, Soma has the like reclining Buddha, the NYSC diesel, not to be confused with East Coast sour diesel, the lavender, Cushadelics, the rock bud, so mangoes, so minis, so mana.
He had a femme of New York City diesel.
Yeah, he does femin regular for basically every version of seeds he has.
Awesome. It's a really awesome thing. Like, if I had a real like big company thing like those guys, I would do a straight femme of the winter cut, and you know, so that people could grow it out.
I don't know about Eagle. Have you ever reached out to Soma for interview? I'm sure you've thought of one, right?
I have. And last time it was like, when we get a chance, probably in the fall, I should reach out again.
Yeah. Yep. Another thing, if you want a little bit of homework, if you want a very cool edible recipe, just search. Oh man, what's the way to find this? Just put a Bubbleman Soma edibles, and a video will come up with Bubbleman and Soma making some pistachio peanut brittle, medicated.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I made some gnarly waffles that didn't turn out, so I just baked off the whole thing. But it's really strong, long lasting.
Why didn't you? Why when you said peanut brittle?
I didn't get that.
I didn't understand what you said, Eagle.
When fucking Red Pill talked about the medicated peanut brittle there.
Mm-hmm.
I thought of my grandmother.
Oh, no.
Yeah. First thing my dad's seen when he's seen me have a slab of shatter on a huge piece of parchment paper. He's like, "What is that? Is that peanut brittle?"
Oh, stay away from that.
Yeah. No, Dad, it's shatter.
Oh, that's too funny, man. Too funny. Yeah, I'm gonna make me some chocolate chip cookies here in the next, probably tomorrow. Probably make me some medicated cannabis cookies. I just went out and got me some material for that today.
I know those edibles seem to just ruin me.
Do they?
Yeah.
They make me sleep so well.
Is that what they're
I'll-
for,
I'll-
though?
What's
Right.
that?
That's what they're for, right? To go to sleep.
Yeah, they make me sleep so well, man. I take it at night before I go to bed. Real close to the end of the show, I'll like chow down on 3 brownies, and then I'm pretty good to go.
What the fuck? Holy shit. Oh, fuck.
I gotta make me some more cookies.
3 brownies.
So that's, yeah.
Yeah, last time I had an edible was the cup, and it was a root beer float, and I didn't realize it was medicated. But we're walking around there, the whole thing's on a blacktop surface. It's 100 and holy hell outside, plus the heat radiating off the blacktop, and I see this root beer float under. I'm like, oh, that sounds fucking great right now. It was like 5 hours of that cup. I don't remember.
Holy cow!
And then we
Yeah,
drove
when
home. Driving home, we went somehow, some way. I don't know how we did it, but that was up in San Bernardino. And on the way home, somehow we ended up in Palm Springs.
San Bernardino to where I live, that's crazy.
Yeah. Never made it an inch towards home. We drove like 2 hours.
So from
The
San Bernardino to fucking Gayville, excuse my language, to Palm Springs. I was born there. I could call it whatever I want. That place is freaking full of freaking flammers. I love it.
I owned a house in Riverside.
Oh, what the hell? Riverside's a fucking handful. That place is bad news. For...
Yeah, it is.
I just thought of the scene Juice, Tupac killing homeboy, Rhymes. He's like, Riverside, motherfucker.
Yep.
Riverside,
Yep.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
I remember when I moved into when I bought the house, it was what was that, like 89, right in there when we bought the house. And at that time I moved up there from what was it, Yorba Linda, and I had a dropped Baja bug, and somebody from the Casablanca decided to come by and spray paint the crap out of my car.
Whoa. Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. So I drove through the neighborhood and went around in a couple other places, and I came back to the house and I told my wife what I did, and she goes, "What the hell's wrong with you?"
Because they didn't like the sound.
I think they probably thought it was probably a rival type, that they knew or something, and decided to tag it, because we just moved in to the neighborhood no more than 2 weeks, and my well, it wasn't a Baja bug, it was a dropped 68, but somebody decided they wanted to spray paint it, so that was a bummer.
That's fucked up.
Like they sprayed a paint on it, or like they spray painted the car, like a paint
What
job.
color was
It was black and white, two
it?
different colors, and CVH is what they put on it.
Oh shit!
So they
Oh,
marked my
shit.
car basically.
They tagged your car up, yeah.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah. But you know what I did? I went up to the store, and they had some stuff called graffiti mover. that I got from a thrifty drugstore. And I put that shit on a rag, and I wiped it on the inside of my door to see if it would fuck up the paint job, and it didn't mess with the paint job. So I took that and I wiped it over it. It just took it right the fuck off. It was like wiping off butter.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. So I was able to save my paint job and everything, and keep myself from going belligerent, basically.
So I just because they're back in chat, I think I was thinking this earlier back when fucking webcams was back in chat a little while ago, but I think it would be fucking hilarious if somebody at the next event that I haven't met yet just mysteriously walks up to me and the Greek goes, "Hey, I'm webcam." Nice to meet you.
You're more likely to run into Sally sells seashells at the seashore, I'm guessing.
Probably, yeah. Polly's right there. Oops! I just kicked my dog in the head.
I mean, just use it as a funny cover or a funny line to come in on. I think that would be hilarious, man. Just somebody that watches the show and wants to use that for a good joke on the way and the introduction. That'd be hilarious.
No doubt. That's too funny. Oh.
Speaking of that, like Eagle can go to events. We can't. I'm kind of jealous. They're having stuff going on, and we can't do shit out here.
Yeah, we can't do shit out here.
I can't even take like 4 people into a fucking Denny's for breakfast.
Hell, man.
Man, there's all kinds of like camping events coming too. There's like fucking Croptober coming up. There's a fucking haunted fucking forest downstate to go, and I believe that's a camping event down there too. But yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff yet to do here.
Shit, right now we can't even go to the fucking forest. The forest is closed. Like any forestry land out here is closed.
Because you might catch something out there like a fish or
right.
You can't do that. That's just no.
Yeah.
You can't. No.
No, they won't say it, but there's something going on, and they're not sure what's going on. And the nature of America is we're like super corrupt, and it goes to the highest bidder. But then there's like, the things that are like sworn to protect something, and they're not sure what exactly is going on. And since the beginning of COVID or a little bit before, we've been on like a different level of alert, and that's why like Russ Brand didn't want to show his ID, and he got taken in, and they're worried about espionage and shit, but like closer to like the Cold War days, so they're like extra on edge because they don't know what's going on, and they know that if they do roll up on real espionage dudes, like those dudes just kill, or if they get caught or they feel like they're in that kind of zone, and they're like, everybody wants to go home and see their kids again, But I mean, like America is great when you're in it, and then when you're on the outside of it, it's like, oh, like I really like that river, and some mining company is on that river now, and they paid my local town officials, and now my kid brother has an extra 4 ears, but can't hear anything. So there's some pretty pissed off people, and it's like a mix of like America and China. But then if you follow the money, it's like if China is taking all of this stuff and selling the goods to the U.S., other places, then I mean, everybody is like a little bit to blame. It's kind of scary.
So here's a question: does anybody know any National Guard guys out there at all? And if so, Ask them if there's any deployment action going on, right? Anybody getting deployed or getting made ready? Telling you guys to get your affairs in order. You
Have you
know,
seen any big fucking like
I'm just
trained
kind of curious if
military
anybody.
out? I've seen a bunch of shit on the trains being shipped across fucking wherever it is.
You seen
Just like that.
artillery?
There it is. Getting shipped on an I-10.
After 9/11, the troops signed a document, and you have to sign a paper, and it says that if you're ordered to fire on American citizens, like you'll do it. So something that's going on because it was like it was pretty big because there was a big split on the whole conspiracy of it, and it's like so many people.
Well, I've been hearing a lot of talk about like tanks getting transported across the country westbound, so coming to the west. So I'm kind of curious if there's any kind of deployment action getting ready, readiness for our boys to see if there's anything going on. You know?
I mean,
I think they were getting ready for 9/11 is what they were doing. Like the last time I seen it was like 9/10 or whatever. And then like 9/11 and then like nothing happened. So
don't they dump the first chunk into the ocean or let it get bombed so that the industrial complex can take a whole other like 12 years of pay in a year.
Like that.
$30 billion.
But I can pay that some corrupt ass banks who I caught in fucking lies and I caught in their scam, and one of them is like scamming this country and the world hundreds of millions or probably billions by now with their scam.
Yeah, with birth certificates or Social Security. Birth certificates is a big one. Without that, shit, they
So
don't get
if anybody out there has any information on that, go ahead, DM me. Let me know. I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, Johnny, I'll DM you on that one. I got some information that I got a lot of information about that kind of shit. I have a few friends that have some very high clearance.
Okay.
So I get some like, but other than, I'm not going to say anything other than that publicly, but I will DM you about what I know.
Okay.
Also, I live in the flight path of North Island.
Oh, so you see a lot of flight traffic.
North Island goes, the flight traffic in there goes to the south of where I'm at, and then Miramar goes just north of me. So they kind of split off a little bit east of where I'm at, coming in off like the Arizona stuff. And they kind of split off their flight path, depending where they're going. And I have seen some pretty incredible activity lately. So I'm actually surprised that, I'm actually surprised this night we haven't heard any. But yeah, there's been some low flying planes and helicopters and things.
It serpentined over my house and everything rattled. The picture rattled off the fucking wall. I was tripping. I was like,
"Is that right?"
It was an earthquake.
I live in Colorado
Two fucking
Springs.
big
Yeah,
ass.
I live in Colorado Springs, right near one of the biggest Air Force bases out there in the world.
Yeah, you got the academy right there.
Yep, Air Force Academy.
Yeah,
the underground government's out there too, isn't it?
Yeah, dude, they have Mount Cheyenne that's hollowed out. They have underneath the Denver International Airport. Yeah,
and I mean that's a guarantee, because I know that if something really goes down, I think they're supposed to swoop everybody up and throw them into there.
It's the plan B for Washington D.C. because if you actually look up capitals in all other nations and even capitals of states, they're always the most interior part of wherever they are. Well, the most interior part of the country, United States, is the central part of Colorado. So,
but we're like America has essentially been looting the world for like 200 years, and there's like all sorts of treasures all in all these basements and lock boxes, and then like they already know that there's a bunch of like super rich dudes with like the best poker faces. Like they're not
Well,
gonna catch.
I don't think it's America that's doing it. I think it's somebody else because America's broke right now, bro.
Should I be looking in my basement?
America's bro, yeah, but so
Yeah. Look in your basement, dude.
but basically we paid our bill at Walmart and we gave them the money. And so somewhere between us giving Walmart the money and Walmart paying that money back to China, they were like, we don't give a shit. And so who are they to say that we're on the bill when we have to pay taxes and can go to jail for not paying taxes? But for some reason, Walmart can stiff China and I got to go die in a fucking ditch.
But didn't you hear? China owns.
China bought Walmart.
Yeah, China
Yeah.
owns Walmart now. What are you talking about? So
Oh, yeah.
there must have been some kind of a transaction.
Yep.
It's a metaphor because
That
China.
transaction was called an election.
Yeah.
The underground
Somebody-
railroad from Walmart to Walmart too. There's underground tunnel from every Walmart to Walmart. Underground tunnel.
Yeah,
I
they're
looked that
supposed
up
to be
like
like
4
the
years
new
ago.
FEMA camps or something like that.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. And that was like 5, 6, 10 years ago when I found that shit out. I was like, man, it's fucking real, and it was real. And here we are now, Agenda 2021. I wish you guys knew
Looking for looking forward to.
But no,
We're looking forward to Agenda 30, right? Or 2030. Right?
that's the next one. Yeah, that's when it.
The Georgia
That's one we're-
Guidestones. To live in accordance with Earth and nature, you have to limit the Earth's population of 500 million.
500. And that's just a drop in a bucket to what this planet has on it right now.
It's a 95% elimination.
I heard there was like some big dude who came to Earth and was all like it's my shit, and you want to tell me otherwise? And I'm like I would wipe out my shit. What do you think? Like I'm gonna let a bunch of assholes dick me down and like hold shit above me when I can just wipe it? And that dude is like gauging up for like status, you know?
What was that guy's name?
Oh, I don't know. It's just like a.
His name was Enki. He was part of Nibiru. He was the Anunnaki.
No, that's Tao. Come on.
Enki, you hear that today on Reed Church?
What's that?
Oh, you don't watch Reed Church?
I didn't hear anything about Enki
watches
today. I
YouTube?
didn't watch anything.
Oh man, I always go to Reed Church on Sundays. It's Sunday, right?
Hash Church?
Yeah.
Reed Church? What are we talking about?
Yeah, her Hash Church used to be really cool. I mean, I'm
Oh,
sure.
Twisted Roots, bro.
I want some hash.
Man.
I went to church today.
How much did you smoke?
I think I had one hit before I went. That was good.
Oh, nice. And did they tell you that some mystical being would just like let everything slide, and that somehow like you're made in the image of it, and all of these people like kill somebody over a TV, but that dude like won't wipe out his species over like having to drink shit tasting water?
No, there was nothing about that. That was a different church.
Oh,
Yeah,
you should
different church.
give you your money back.
Really? Okay. Well, I don't pay for it, so I'm not sure how I could get my money back on that.
I mean, they don't make you donate. Like I remember going because they had an awesome rock band at this Christian church. Like awesome, Like I'm a demand live music kind of dude, and like this band was the shit. But then they were all like passing around collection baskets and stuff, and I'm like really, you think that God wants you to have like a 3-story and a Mercedes-Benz S series and like
Hey, bro.
all the expensive seats.
Bro. Some churches do that. Okay. Not all
It's
churches do.
you're saying.
So, so what I'm
series?
saying is, I don't think you know what you're talking about. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I don't know, man. I like.
That's how I'm putting it. That's how I'm releasing it. That's how I'm stating it.
Let's have
So
another.
leave that shit alone.
Yeah.
Don't understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
I'm taking another hit.
Because I'd laugh.
I mean, another Cheeto.
That last time I went to church, they kicked me out because they told me that bowl of water in there was not for washing your face.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
They kind of frowned on it.
That's too bad.
I don't go to churches that have bowls of waters in them.
No, my church is surrounded by trees.
My water burns.
Oh, nice. I mean, I tried to burn. So I was like, I don't know if I want to eat this if it doesn't burn.
Like nettles.
You guys ever see that Family Guy where he started the Church of the Fawns?
Yeah.
Hey, burning fire. Sorry. I can't wait to make some more beer show one day.
Yeah, Johnny, you are onto something though with that military thing. There's I've been seeing quite a bit more activity.
A whole lot. Scary.
Yeah, there's some shit going on, and I think it's going to happen with either the latter part of this month or sometime next month.
Thanks a lot, Johnny.
I'm just trying to give you a heads up.
Something will happen before Thanksgiving.
Oh. Allegedly, something will happen.
No, it's it'll happen before.
Yeah, I hear you guys. Yeah, allegedly that kind of stuff might happen. I hear you. Yeah.
There's a big problem. I'm not talking about it.
Totally. You might have stepped off a little deep there.
Because I haven't seen any like dead zones or crop death or anything anywhere. So maybe it's just all propaganda.
There's a lot of propaganda going on. A lot.
Well,
a lot.
So from where I'm
rich are leaving, so I don't know.
Hey, Robert Greenfingers, did you in the last few days you could probably hear it too, out off San Clemente? Have you heard that going off out there?
No.
Okay, so we can hear. You know where I'm talking about, right? The San Clemente Islands.
Yeah.
Just off there near Catalina there.
Yeah.
The Navy uses that for it's their training grounds basically. And that's
I see helicopters every day, like 3 or 4 of them really low, like fucking 10, 20 fucking
well, you got
behind each other.
You got a
right
big air base.
And
You got a big air base just to the south of you.
They serpentine so fucking hard on each other, and you think they're gonna fucking crash, but you hear the fucking. And then it
Ghetto birds.
And they're just fucking crossing each other, fucking serpentine low as fuck. It's like, god damn, what are you guys practicing for? Like that's some practice. They're going fast, fucking fast as fuck. I'm like,
black helicopters.
Like 3 seconds, and they're fucking like 0 to 60, like fucking shit. Fast as fuck.
I don't know. You think they're gonna go back to Afghanistan?
No, I think it's going to be a
No.
home thing. They're going to try to shut it
That's
down.
that's a no-fly zone now. Anything left in there is gone.
Yeah.
No, that's no longer America's.
You don't think they're gonna wait like 20 years like they did with the Desert Storm thing and then go back in and be all like, America?
There,
They got all the weapons. And we don't got nothing left over there.
Yeah.
There's some super rich parties who want one world, so they only have to pay like one set of big bribes instead of like a whole bunch of little bribes.
Like Contra.
That is the world, you know, is like paying bribes, getting lawyers and stuff. As scary as that sounds.
It's actually just Contra happening over again. We go fund the people that we go fight against, and then we leave and then let them take over. That's what we train them.
Yeah, that's what we did with Vietnam. And then like Vietnam is all like, yeah, like the American war, you know, and make a bunch of money with it. So there's a bunch of countries who are like, I mean, that sounds good. Like you guys send people
all over
and
drugs.
we sell
All
drugs.
over coke. Like the Contra, it was all over coke.
Yep.
All over.
It's even worse than that. It's all actually 100% scripted. It's Hegelian dialectic. It's a problem reaction solution. They literally just make all this shit up.
Create it.
War has something to do with it.
Create a problem, make a solution. Solve it.
Solventless hash.
That's what I mean. A lot of people I don't think they can figure out what's propaganda and just what's part of the script.
But we make our own script, so it's whatever we say is true. Bottom line.
I mean, like according to a whole bunch of big conspiracy theory stuffs and books, like the Bible and stuff, apparently some pretty huge dude is supposed to be coming through Earth to like lay down some shit, you know. And I mean, let that dude come.
I feel like a big old
That guy already came in multiple forms.
But I mean, like for capacity, because they're like some of them are saying like this dude's got ships and shit, and then
isn't it like Anunnaki's coming back, right? You know, right?
It's all about you do DMT, you talk to the aliens, they're our savior. They tell us to cut off our genitals. I'm going too far into it.
That's
How to Serve Man, right? How to Serve Man. It's a book, a cookbook, something like that.
Yeah, but so like DMT onto it, and you were able to take it and like know who the real creator
is. Direct communication with the devil.
Oh my! I mean, that dude sounds pretty cool according to the Levitic Satanist shit, you know. I mean,
anything
sounds
written by man is not true. So it's like a hearsay or play of games of words to trick the weak-minded into believing some shit that they don't really believe. Oh, that's what I found. I don't know.
You mix heliocentrism with mushrooms, and then you're just left waiting for the aliens to come to tell you how to live your life.
Or you're just waiting for Mike Tyson to tell you
yeah, Mike Tyson. We're all losing jobs. We're all not more successful in the weed industry because of Mike Tyson's bitch ass.
Fucking Mike Tyson and his fucking toad. Fuck Mike Tyson and the toad too.
I heard that guy's got he's got a ranch out here, doesn't he? Doesn't he have a ranch out here in Vegas someplace or something like that?
Something like that.
It's right down the
street. Yeah,
he's.
I gotta find him, man. I'm gonna smoke out with that guy, but I'm gonna wear some earmuffs.
I believe.
He's gonna come find you and ask where Redfield is.
You can come out. You go, man. It's a fine looking ears you got there. Give me a bite of that.
you watch the Holyfield fight? Who watched the Holyfield fight yesterday? Who watched it?
Oh no, I didn't
Holyfield
watch
got it.
that, but I watched the one when he got his ear bit though. That was something, man. I
Whoever
paid for
watched the
that
fight
one.
yesterday. Somebody watched that yesterday, man. That was a weak fucking call.
Dude, I couldn't
That
find it.
referee
I
bum.
tried to watch it, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
All
I
right.
just put Holyfield. That's all I put, and I found it like 3 different times. I shared it with all kinds of people, but then they cut that video off like 5 minutes after I shared it. So I kind of fucked that one up for everybody. But then the second one came back on, and I found another one. It's got like a little fox on the bottom corner running the whole time. So it makes it somebody else's video, not like they're still in it.
Right.
Original content. Original
Yeah,
content.
I've never thought that Holyfield was a very good fighter. He doesn't have much skill. He just got a little bit of weight behind his punch.
He was
He's
just
just
able
strong.
to not get knocked out. That was it.
Right.
He got knocked down, and then when he got knocked down, he'd get back up, and then when he got back up, he knocked him down, and then it would be like, oh shit, that was the only thing that he had.
That's
Yeah.
why you bit. They always get dirty. You know, they can't win fair, and then they start going and fucking around. You know, because
elbows, headbutts.
Didn't Anderson Silva fight on that card?
I think so.
Anderson Silva, you mean the spider?
Yeah.
Tito Ortiz,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know if he fought recently, but he fought Oscar De La Hoya's kid. He won.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Was it a boxing match or what?
Yep, boxing.
No shit. Huh.
Yeah.
You know that leg's not that good anymore.
Anderson Silva fights from another dimension. That's a Joe Rogan quote.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a true statement too, man.
Boy, that kick! Did you guys see that kick that he threw and he fucking snapped his fucking leg?
Oh.
That was a good one. Like a while ago.
That was, and it surprises me that he's still active. That's, after something like that, man, that's kind of brutal.
Yeah, I was afraid to walk for like a week after, and it didn't even happen to me. I was just like, oh my god, I can't even take a step. Walking my legs flat.
Commenting on how Conor McGregor threw that dolly at the bus and was getting like all of this shit, and then like how that happens at bus stations all the time, and all those dudes who threw their shit and hurt all these other people, like nothing really happened to them. And so why is Conor McGregor getting thrown under the bus? Like these other 800,000 people didn't matter who experienced horrible. Like I saw somebody get stabbed in Chicago in a fucking 30-minute layover on a bus at Greyhound station when I was like 14. It's exciting.
That's messed up. Not really exciting. That's messed up.
I mean, I wanted to be a Navy SEAL and a CIA operative until I was like, I want to just smoke as much weed as possible. Like, who wants anxiety when you can just sit there and smoke bongs like bowl after bowl? Like, yes.
Yeah, I saw somebody get shot at the age. It was fucking like mind blowing.
Well, I think it's time for me to cut out. I'm getting tired. I got to get up early. I'm expecting a phone call that I have to get this time. Stupid consumer affairs for my car. I got to deal with that shit. All right, so everybody, Eagle. Much love, brother. I'm going to cut out. Everybody in here, Red Pill, Green Fingers, SoCal.
Joey Canna. Have a great night.
All right, guys. We'll
out,
talk to you
Johnny.
later.
Have a good one, Johnny.
Peace, Johnny.
Yeah, I think I might be the next one to slide out too. It's getting pretty late. So I got some stuff I got to take care of in the morning as well. So not going to do the smiley slide tonight. Kind of pulled that one off last night pretty well, I guess. But everybody, Robert, Red Pill,
Mm-hmm.
Talkin, Eagle, thanks for having us. Or actually, Eagle, fuck you for having us. I know he doesn't like to be thanked for the show. So everybody in chat, have a great night, you guys. See you on the next one.
He said that.
Like Vegas has, if you're a stoner in Vegas, I mean, think about the options for munchies at like $1 or like $10 for all those all-you-can-eat buffets. I'm sure some of them have to be good, right? At $10, like some.
I think they're all good if you just don't get the seafood, right? You're out in the middle of the desert. You wouldn't get seafood in the middle of the desert. I
Are you
would.
saying everybody don't get syphilis?
Don't touch
Uh,
koalas.
No, dude, you get
koala.
you get botulism from the seafood. You get syphilis from the hookers.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you're
Chlamydia
eating at the
from the
wrong part.
koalas. What do you get from the koala? What do you get from the koalas? The syphilis or the fucking?
I do believe you get syphilis from a koalas.
Yeah, so I don't fuck the
From a
koalas
stripper.
either. And the stripper's named Koala. So just don't fuck with stripper's named Koala.
That's pretty sick.
Yes, it probably is. All this whole
Let's just wrap this fucker up.
Great talking to you. Let's have a good night or morning. Right on. Cheers, chat.
Yep. Cheers.
Right on. Aloha.
Aloha. I'm the same way. When push comes to shoves, I'm not opposed to shooting someone. I'm Mike Tyson. But yeah, I'll be out here. You guys, take care. Love you guys. See you on another wormhole. Peace out.
Peace with it. All right, Eagle. Captain. Eagle. Good show. Love you. Have a great night.
Well, with that being said, and I pull the tape. With that being said, you guys, no shout outs again tonight. I ain't gonna fucking music. And I can't do 8 pages of names without a little bit of rhythm. So I'm sorry. Hopefully I can figure out this internet bullshit here very soon and get back to business as usual. Tomorrow night is Monday night, 2 a.m. wormhole, unless I get a little spunky, I guess. Maybe we might start it a little bit early, but not too early. But you guys know the deal. If this is the end of your day, your journey, please get some rest. This is the beginning of your day, your journey. Take some time, do a little bit of self-love, meditation, and get out there and try to do something nice. Random acts of kindness do save lives. So easy. Simple comment, but open a door, help somebody with some lumber at the lumber yard, phone calls, bud sessions, all of the above mean a lot. Very big way. So don't forget to smile at your teller, whatever. See somebody looking a little glum, give them a little shout out, Buddha boy. Cheers, brother. Prometheus Soil. Cheers to you, brother. Hopefully you two are doing well. And the rest of you, wish you guys the best. Have a great week. Beginning of your week. It's Monday, of course. See you guys. Have a great morning / night. Or see you. I am. Love you guys.